Finding those levels too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meets him with a straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine, busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. $4 p.m. Eastern. Click.
You foresee yourself being in, let's say, more thrilling fights as you get older?
Basically what you're saying is Floyd. Get beat up and get some black eyes, then get your hand raised.
No.
And then stoop to everybody else. Stoop to everybody else's level and be stupid.
When you get older, I'm saying. When you get older. Do you think
there's nothing cool about taking punishment, getting beat up, getting bloody lips, and getting a check. It's the coolest thing I can do. I can dominate you, shut you out, and make crazy money, and go home and live with my family in a very, very comfortable and happy way. That's how I like to do it.
Lifting weights and being strong doesn't win fights. Having great timing and being a very, very smart and intelligent fighter wins fights. I mean, I've been in there before with guys that was a lot bigger and probably hit a lot harder and a lot stronger. But Floyd Mayweather always has the remedy.
Okay. Well, 37 opponents had heart, and all of them came up short.
Speed kills, I guess, right? Watching you in person is a lot faster than on TV, man. How important is speed?
Well, it's not about speed. It's about smarts. It's about smarts, and it's about not getting hit that much.
Baldamir's a big guy. What are you going to do to offset the size difference?
It's not by size. Skills pays the bill at the end of the day. It's about being smart, and the smarter fighter is going to win. Most guys I don't beat them with speed and power. I beat them with smarts. I'll think about it. It's more up here than.
Bring the truth or tell on your ass what you're doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell rings, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you're gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. The people you can get killed in this shit, man.
What's good? What's good? Salute to the family. How y'all feeling, man, on this good Monday? Back with another build. The Get Boxing is just do how only we do. You know, only we know how to get boxing is just do, man. We are one of a kind in that space, man. I tell you that. We know how to give the fighters their proper credit, man. No matter who we like, man, we support them all, right? But we gonna talk about a few things. We got to talk about it. Got to shoot down a couple of narratives. Y'all know how I do, man. I'm just not a fan of false narratives, man. You know, I do my best to try to give people the right information, accurate information, you know. And still to this day, 4 years strong, I have never came up here, pushed a false narrative, lied for a fighter. It's just not something I'm ever going to do. You feel me? But I see some stuff floating around, or at least I say I hear some stuff, and I see some posts going around. I got to address it. We going to talk about it, man. Had some good boxing over the weekend, man. Carlos Adames and Ammo Williams. That went kind of how I intended, or how should I say how I expected. You know, Ammo Williams just, you know, he tough, rugged guy, man. He took a lot of big shots from Carlos Adames. And I think he even hurt Carlos a couple times, right? But he just couldn't seal the deal, man. He got outboxed thoroughly, you know what I'm saying, throughout the fight. I don't know if he won many rounds, if any at all. He just got his ass handed to him, but we respect him for taking the challenge. But nonetheless, we got to talk about this crapola that's out here, man. I'm sick and tired, man. Sick and tired of being sick and tired. What's good with the fam, man? Hit the like button. Smash the like button. Support the channel. You know, support the grind. You know, share their lives, hype their lives. We're going to talk about it. We're going to have some fun with it. Kyle Cool it. Blessings, family. My brother, Rome, what it do? He said, been a minute. You know about how you been, my guy. You know, Marcus in the building, my guy. What's good, Brody? MLC was good. He said, what's going on with this Shakur weight bully narrative? It's stupid. How was Shakur being bigger, help be faster, have better conditioning? We're going to talk about it all, man, because they won't stop. They just won't stop. Mike Kirkland, my brother. How you feeling, man? Always good to see you in the building. Son of God with 5-star boxing talk starts. You know, that's my dog right there. SP got beats, 12 threes. What it do? We got to talk about it, you know? Mickey York said, except for Shakur, I don't know what that means. He said, you just playing prize fighter TV. My dog, what's good with it, bro? Phoenix in the building. What's good? He said, Tito Mikado been calling out Shakur Stevenson at 140. Says he's down. Shakur Stevenson ducking him. Let me ask you something, Phoenix. How can you duck somebody with no paperwork, no contract? You know who promotes Tito Mercado, right? You know they're kind of on the same side. When have you ever heard Eddie Hearn say he's trying to make Tito Mercado versus Shakur Stevenson? You got to make it make sense, family. You get me? Got to make it make sense. Reef, my dog, IBF Strip. Yeah, they terrible. Barbara D, my boxing mom, is in the building. How you feeling, Queen? Always good to see you. Reef, my dog. Shakur is trash. Will never move up to 147. Okay. Yeah, I love it. I love to get it started like this, man. Love to get it started like this, man. He dropped Ammo. He was outclassed. He needed to stop him. Yeah, he needed to stop his he being Ammo Williams. Shout out to the famo in the building. We're gonna talk about it. This is the state of boxing, y'all. This is the state of boxing. This is the state of boxing, y'all. Right here. You know what I mean? This is the state of boxing, man. Damn, Shakur Stevenson trash. That's the state of boxing, y'all. I'm telling you, man. So I feel good boxing. That's why I like to hear, man. Always like to hear that you're doing well. Appreciate you always supporting and coming through. Shout out to the day ones. Y'all know who y'all are. The Mike Kirklands, the Barbara D. Shout out to the channel members and the everydayers, man. Shout out to y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. We're gonna talk about this today, though. We're gonna have some fun with it. Look, everybody's entitled to have their opinions. You know, it's fair game in boxing, but you know, we always got to be responsible with our commentary, right? And I say all that to say this. Shakur might not be your cup of tea, But to say he trashed because I guess he won't move to 147 is like ridiculous, man. He made it clear. Look, I ain't going to 47 right now. 28 years old. I ain't going up there just yet. I'm gonna do it on my time. Like I said, when I feel like I'm ready. But in the meantime, he issued out a challenge to the whole 135, 140 division. Ain't no need to talk about 47 because he ain't going there. He made it clear. Dudes was hollering his name. It ain't the other way around. You get what I'm saying? He beat T.O. up, man. Somebody said him and Shakur is the biggest fight in boxing, right? But if it's the biggest fight in boxing, then you got to be willing to do something to make the biggest fight in boxing. You can't just expect it to fall in your lap or come to you. You make sacrifices for things you want, right? So, that's that. And then you got Ryan Garcia, who got exposed. He all over the place. We kind of knew this could be the end result because, again, a lot of times when these guys talk about fighting Shakur, it's easy to talk about it, but it's hard. It's much harder to do it. And that's been proven through 25 fights. You can say what you want, but he ain't had a close fight, even on an off night. You get what I'm saying? He still ain't had an off night, man. All this fake ducking stuff, man. We got to just be realistic, man. Tito Mercado in position to fight no Shakur. Fighting Tito would do absolutely nothing. And if we being honest, we just fought Tito, the most established guy at 140. Why would he be thinking about fighting Tito? Seriously, though, like, what would he do right now? Yeah, just prove it to a couple of people that he ain't scared to fight him. That's pretty stupid. You know what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is he issued the challenge. Why y'all don't want to fight? You get what I'm saying? It's that simple. I mean, I don't know what all the hoopla is about, but there hasn't been a fighter out there that has done every single thing they said they're gonna do. There's not been a fighter yet. There's not been a single fighter that you could point to, I don't care how much you like them, that hasn't contradicted themselves or said something that they just didn't fulfill, because we all know that's how boxing is. And a lot of this shit just ain't all the way up to them. So it'd be making a big deal out of this 147 garbage, but he made it clear. Yeah, he said it about 5-6 years ago, he'll go up to 47. But right now, he in a position, he got a title at 140. You get what I'm saying? He had one at 135. They got him ranked number one in 2 different divisions. I don't know if people was aware of that. I know that's probably why they punch in the air. You get what I'm saying? Hey, they got him ranked the champion. He's a champion here, so he a top dog there. Then he ranked number 1 up here at 35. So I like it. And you see those names that's on the list. I honestly ain't much to complain about. You get me? Devin Haney, he's not going up there to 147. Ryan Garcia, like I said, he's a prime example. Like Ryan Garcia called him out after his fight, right? It wasn't the other way around. Ryan Garcia said he'd make a whole weight class of 144, him and Shakur. That wasn't Shakur saying that. He also said, the hell with the catch weight, any of that. I'll come down there and take your belt. I'll make 140 and take your belt. He said that. And then they kindly walked it back to saying, oh, you want to fight? You got to come up to 147. So they all do this, right? But at the end of the day, I think it's about doing what makes the most sense, doing what's best for them in their careers at the time of, right? But it just be too much focus on like little small stuff. Like the dude went out there, won the biggest fight of his career in dominant fashion. A lot of people said how tough Teal could be. It wouldn't be easy. Look how easy he made it. And then we'll really focus on, well, he said he was going to go to 147 6 years ago. So why he ain't doing it? It's like, what? Maybe he changed his mind. I don't get me, but I think the bigger focus is how he's winning these fights and how impressive he continue to be, how they continue to push narratives to try to tear him down based on something he said. They all do this. They all say something and then don't fulfill it. But it's just people are selective as to who they want to point out said this and didn't do it. They can. I got examples for days. You name a fighter, I could tell you about something he said that he didn't do. Right? It's just not it's not a big deal to me. I think the bigger deal is showing up and showing out every single time your number is called. When them lights shining the brightest, you better get in there and fight, and you better do well. You know what I'm saying? You better do your thing. You better stand on everything you said, right? So I think that's what he's been doing for the most part. You know, it's been stuff he said where he double talk, right? The rehydration garbage, but that shit is not a real big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he still ain't fought nobody where he put a rehydration clause or none of that. It's just talk, right? until you start doing it, then I could start looking at it like, well, you said this, now you doing it. But should be just talk, man. It just be talk. I think, like I said, the more important thing is making sure you handle business when that number is called, and making sure you show these dudes the difference between you and everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So fast forward division champion in history. Yeah, he is. There only been 5 division champions in history. So I guess there's a lot of trash out there. I'm telling you, these boxers have to make the fights they really want happen. Otherwise, it's just cap. I get it. But for me, it's promotion, right? These dudes are going to promote themselves, and they're going to make the fights that make the most sense. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. You know what I mean? I think it's just important to constantly deliver on what you're saying. And notice, I said this before, and I'm going to keep saying it. When it comes to Shakur, the conversation is not about what's happening in the ring. It's like, why he say this? Why he say that? Why he say this? Why he say that? It's like, I'm not his personal attorney or mouthpiece, but I could tell you right now, aside from all of that, aside from some, little bit of double talk or being contradictory, just like I seen a lot of other guys, he's been doing everything he said he was going to do. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I lying? Right? He's been doing it all. This 47 garbage, and he don't got to go to this 5th weight class at 28 years old. He don't got to do that. He can do exactly what he's doing. And the reason why I got this up is because you can see with all this talk, never mind the talk, look where he ranked at the top. So somebody come get it. He said fighters at 135 and 140, come get your issue. I don't see the problem. I want to see somebody come get their issue. You get me? I don't care who it is, because I know I can't pick the fights for him, or my picks, right? But I can't pick the fights. I'm just sitting back watching this stuff unfold, and I ain't seeing a lot of real talk out there. It's too many narratives, right? They got the weight bully narrative in full effect. You get what I'm saying? I don't rock with it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's not all up to them, but my thing is this, and Barbara D, this has been proven, right? There has not been a contract with his name on it where he's turning guys down. And this is coming straight from the guys that promote him, not me, right? So I'm telling you, man, when guys really want to fight, fights get made, because we see how easy it was for him and Tio to get put together. That was 1, 2, 3. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't a long, drawn-out process. They just got it done. And that's just really what it boils down to. Like right now, you can see it with the Ryan situation, right? We can fast forward to right now. Ryan was the one saying all of this shit. Then he started walking it back. Where the tweets at? Y'all know I got some of them. I got to pull him up. You know what I mean? There go one of them, to say the least, right? There is no difference if all you stated was I'm a big guy, when in reality I started at a low weight, just like you. He said, so there's no excuse for you not to come to 147 without rehydration calls. But if you don't want to, that's fine. I'm not forcing you to fight. That's after saying I'll make 140, take your belt. I'll make a whole weight class of 144. Now it's forcing them to fight. Y'all full of it. The thing is, y'all think y'all can, the fact of the matter is, you can feel how you want about Shakur, but he better than a lot of these dudes. And he more proven. So when it come down to making fights, they don't have all the chips in their hand. They wish they could just tell them what to do. Yeah, you got to come. I ain't got to do nothing. I'm going to fight at 35 and 40. Who won it? It's a lot of smoke at 40, and it still fights at 35, right? I don't see the issue. You said I'm not going up there. He made it clear. And these dudes is really like out here cloud chasing at this point. And I hate to use that word, but they just chasing attention. You get what I'm saying? Because you ain't doing what you said you were going to do. You get what I'm saying? I think people forgot I started at 130. It don't matter where he started at 26. So what's your point? Still a weight class smaller than you. And you the one was on record saying how you be sitting around at 180 plus pounds. Shit like that. You was out here talking about fighting Logan Paul or something like that, dude. Like, dude, he run around here damn near a cruiserweight Ryan Garcia. So Shakur not going to be tricked out of his position. Let's call this what it is. Call a spade a spade. We know these dudes like to make the weight and then blow up big. Ryan Garcia, you never made 140 officially. We knew you wasn't going all the way down there to do that. But to sit up there with your legs crossed with a straight face, talking about we can make a whole weight class of 144. Now you talking about walking it back, and you started at 130. Like, think about it. He's saying everything but let's fight. He said all this other shit now is, oh, well, you got to come to 47. You got to do it like that. Man, shut up. You didn't want to fight him to begin with, right? The same way you saying this 3 pounds is nothing from 44 to 47 is the same 3 pounds that a certain fan base complained about when you didn't make weight. So we got to make it make sense, man. Do the 3 pounds matter or don't they? At the end of the day, we talking about an undisciplined ass dude that's trying to come in, cheat the system, and then get it off. Shakur ain't going for it. He know what's up. Like, either do it. Think about it. You did a catch weight and a rehydration clause before. He just telling you a rehydration clause because he know what you're trying to do. And you know full well what you're trying to do too. Man, anybody that got smoke about rehydration clauses, period, make sure you had the same smoke with the IBF because they got that shit implemented. Fighting for their belt, you got to adhere to that 10-pound rehydration. It's not nothing that one of these fighters today that we talk about has created in boxing. It's been there. So, and it's in place for a reason. So either guy don't blow up significantly above the weigh-in limit. It's just that simple, man. So Ryan is full of it, man. If you really wanted to fight him, you can make the fight happen. You don't want to do that. And you know you didn't want to do it. You know you didn't. Now y'all running around here talking about weight bully. I'm hearing that people saying, you know, he draining himself to make 135. That's comical, man. It's a lot to get to, and we're going to get to all of it. Shout out to Official Everything. He says since Shakur made it clear about 147, and maybe Bill need to pull him off that list, right? And he said no more. He's on the list. What up, just now? That's, look, like he got Tank on the list, bro. He got Tank on his list after trying to convince the world for years that Tank won't fight him. It just don't make sense. That list is got some questions by it. You know what I'm saying? But I just got to get to all this fake stuff. I don't understand. Like, when have you ever seen him kill himself to make the weight at 35? I think he got a handful of fights there, if I'm not mistaken. I've never seen it. He's solid on it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my dog too, man. Big shout out to Official Everything, man. My guy Marcus Mount for the 10 piece and the cash app. Always supporting the grind. Much love to my dog.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Man, all I be Samuel. Shout out to Samuel. What's good, fam? Ryan can't make 140, then he shouldn't have said it. That's the thing. Like, this is what I want people to acknowledge, right? Like, if Shakur said something, he mentioned going to 47 at like 6 years ago, like 2020, 2021, he had a tweet. They pulled that up and said, see, he said this right here. That means he's supposed to do it. Like, that's 6 years ago. Right now, he's in position where he's at the top of 2 different divisions. Why would he give that up just to go give y'all 1, possibly 2 fights up there? Get what I'm saying? You got to think about longevity, and that's what he in it for. So my thing is this. You handle it, still smoke at 35. Some say Tank is on his way back. Shout out to him, right? You never know. He said something about fighting Morataya. That's a good fight. People said he was ducking him too. I don't see the issue. Let them 47-pounders that really could be up there at 54 and 60 deal with what they going to do. Shakur got business at lightweight and you know, junior welterweight. However you want to look at it, I think it's more than enough options for him. My thing is, who going to accept this challenge, right? Who going to accept the challenge? We know what it was. You see, this is the difference. He didn't string people along, making them think the whole time he was going to 47. He never said it. Right? They just based it off of him going back and forth with dudes. But my problem is you got these bigger guys that keep mentioning dude that just had 1 fight above lightweight. You get what I'm saying? These big ass, Ryan big as hell. He could easily be at 54. We know that. Devin Haney Pop said he could fight at 54 right now. And they was entertaining or talking about fighting Xander Zayas. Like, we got to make it make sense. So let them big ass dudes do what they doing, right? And you keep on dominating. So I want to see who going to accept the challenge, bro. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I want to see who going to say, you know what? He talking a lot, man. I want to fight him. So Morataya said his style is the wrong style for Shakur. So I'll be interested in seeing it. You know what I mean? Shout out to Marcus, my dog, man. Al Rod, what's good, man? I don't know what's that link you just dropped. Shout out to the guys from the other side. Yeah, make sure y'all double tap on the screen. I don't know what side y'all on. Ryan's the kid that still argues when he knows he's wrong. Yeah. Say, I think you forgot. You the one that said you will come to 140 and fight me. Right after saying you will fight me at a catch weight 144. and I fought for belts in each weight class I went to. It's a difference, and that's a fact. Every weight class he was in, he held a title. Can't say nothing to you. What is there to knock him on? But right, I didn't expect to see him at 47 at this early in his career. And I think that if we do see it, it's going to be a couple fights, maybe a one-off. It's going to have to be, you know what I mean, the right situation. But I think it's a lot more work for him to do. I'm not making no excuse for him or none of that. Would I like to see him just go up and do it? Yeah, but I understand life after, you get what I'm saying, one fight. And again, that means you will have to give up any potential fight at 35, because I don't see you going up 47 and coming all the way back down. We got to consider that. He just did move up. And I think it's a lot more work at 40 for him. There's matchups there, and I think it's matchups at 35. I don't see where you go wrong. I think the question for me now, like I said, or for the people, is who gonna accept the challenge? Who gonna really, who gonna step in there and beat him? That's all. You can beat him, You know what I'm saying? He said, come get your issue. Ryan just clout chased his way to nothing. And I'm hearing something about him and Teofimo possibly fighting each other. Like, I don't care. I'm not against no fights, but I just want to put things in perspective. This fight between him and Ryan wasn't going to happen because I don't think Ryan had no real intent on fighting him. You get what I'm saying? I think he had fun going back and forth, talking about it in interviews and tweeting about it. But you see it right then and there, what he ended up saying. He ended up walking all that back. Now you talking about forcing a dude to fight that you was talking about fighting. You get what I'm saying? You was talking about fighting him at 40. Bro said, come get y'all issue. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of smoke right there. It's a lot of smoke at 140 alone. And he got a title. He got a piece of that. He at the top there. He at the top at 35. I think it's so many fights there. And until he ready to move up, I'll support it. But he said he ain't doing it. So it ain't the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be overly critical of somebody not doing what people want him to do right now. He made that clear, and I like it. He stood on the square. Look, I ain't doing it right now. Not right now. I'm going to do what I'm doing. I'm at 35. He said he making 35 comfortably. You get what I'm saying? And why would he have to forfeit his position that he got in 2 different divisions to fight at 47? For a guy that, man, them dudes ain't going to be in a rush to fight him. He get up there neither. You know what I'm saying? So this was a bunch of shit with them going back and forth. David Benavidez was sitting down with Ryan, and they was talking about if he want to be number one, he got to fight Ryan. Like, since when has ever fighting Ryan Garcia made you number one? What division has Ryan Garcia ever been number one in ever? Get what I'm saying? So I don't get the garbage talk, man. My thing is, stand on what you say. Like, if we could see that Shakur said he was gonna go to 47 and he didn't go, why you can't see Ryan not only saying a whole weight class of 44, man, Shakur. No, at the catch weight, I'll go to 140 and take your belt. He just talking, right? But he talking about fighting Tio, man. The thing is, he knows Shakur be a bad style matchup. He'll have to over-rely on his speed and power, his athleticism. And we seen fights where he don't land that left hook, and when he don't get knockouts, how it go for him. You get what I'm saying? If there's anybody that I think could prepare for a left hook and take it from him, it's Shakur. And he know it. If he was as bad as what he talking, you would just make 144. Y'all dudes is making catchweights with other guys. And I go for both of you 47-pounders with his name in y'all mouth. Y'all really don't want to fight him unless it's under y'all terms. Y'all want to be fully comfortable talking about y'all the same. Y'all not the same size. None of these dudes is the same. These 3 is not the same size. Them welterweights both could be at 54. And I want to make this clear. How you know they're not the same size? When Devin was at 35, we seen him sick on the scale. Have you ever seen Shakur sick on the scale? When Devin moved up to 140, it was hard for him to make the weight there. He said he struggled. He had to weigh in a couple times to make the weight. Have you seen that with Shakur? And in fact, he had to eat extra. He did it. Like I was telling my brother Crush. Shout out to Crush. I see you, bro. I was telling my bro earlier. He did a whole pre-camp and had to really eat to make that weight and still came in at 138. People focusing on the rehydration. I can't tell you how much he weighed, but I could tell you he's not a heavy dude. He just don't rehydrate that much, and he don't allow himself to blow up in between fights. He don't allow himself to get out of shape, so he stays relatively in or close around the targeted weight. He ain't got to sit up there and have a fat camp. You're never going to see that from him. You know what I'm saying? Because he locked in. He living the fighter's lifestyle, and in doing so, you just don't allow yourself to be big. Case in point, he beat Tio January 31st. 2-3 weeks later, he right back in the gym killing it. Like that's how you stay locked in, living the lifestyle. You're not waiting for a fight to come to stay focused. So these dudes, you never seen Devin fighting at 126 ever. Even in the amateurs, he always fought at a heavier weight class. He drained that one weight class until you see a guy step on the scale, start killing himself. Then that's when you know he too big. We know how we knew he was too big for 130. Because he went to the well one too many times and try to make weight and relinquish both his titles. He lost both of them titles on the scale because of that. Everybody said he ain't need that Garcia fight. He could have went up before taking that. And I agree. I didn't think nothing was wrong with it, but he went to the well, missed the weight by a bit. And that was the most costly decision he made. But I think since then, he obviously never made that, made that decision again, right? He ain't never put himself in a position where he missed weight and he just been on point. So again, I know this personally, you know what I'm saying? I know somebody that see this dude on a regular, you know what I'm saying? Even in between fights, shout out to my dog Crush, man. In between fights, he's just not an overly big guy. You know what I mean? It's not much I can say about it. He's just not, you get me? Some people look bigger than they are. He might be one of them. And I think it's because of the way he lives is why he don't get big. You get what I'm saying? You just don't allow it. And again, I try to tell people, you see some of the tweets, right? I had pulled this up because I had to ask the question, right? What fight did Shakur Stevenson look smaller than his opponent on fight night? You know how stupid of a this don't even matter, right? So you telling me a guy that they keep saying is pillow fisted, all of a sudden where's the weight helping him if he ain't punching hard? Like I need some understanding. I seen every last one of the fights. You could take your pick. Tell me which one of them fights where he used the weight to win. You get what I'm saying? They've been saying this. Pillow-fisted, runner, all of these stupid-ass narratives. I'm trying, now all of a sudden, weight bully, and I'm trying to understand where at does he use weight to win fights? Do you see him leaning and laying on guys, keep tying and wrestling up? Do you see that, or do you see pure skill? Only a fool would try to make this argument. Only a fool, bro. It's a dumbass argument to make. All this weight talk, man. Like, bro, you in there, you sign a contract, get in there and fight, bro. It'd be on an even playing field. This dude ain't rehydrating crazy in between fights or even from weigh in to fight night. It's just not something that he do. Get what I'm saying? You see a dude got to eat extra to make a weight class and still come in light. What is that telling you? He had to do a whole entire pre-camp to acclimate and put the weight on right and still come in light. What is that telling you? If a guy is big is what people are saying, then you don't come in light. You will struggle to make the weight. Simple. If he was a 54-pounder, how some of y'all saying, then he'll struggle to make these weight classes. Like them other guys. Ryan never made 140. Why? Because he big as hell, and we know that. Devin moved up immediately and said it was hard to make 140. Why? Because we knew he was big for the weight class. That's how you know. When you got to drop significant amounts of weight in training camps, you get what I'm saying? Just to make your targeted weight, those are the guys that's killing and draining themselves. Not somebody that's doing that shit comfortably. You get what I'm saying? It's different. You make a weight comfortably and all this weight bully garbage. So again, I don't give a damn about when the time he was the bigger fighter. I don't give a hell if he was the bigger fighter every time. You get what I'm saying? Tank, prime example of a guy that tell you size don't win fights. Then y'all hear the clip that I played with Mayweather. What did he tell y'all? That they keep talking about all this is weight, this. So I asked the question, well, what fight did Shakur have where he wasn't the more skillful guy? Y'all be making the wrong arguments, talking about weight. All this weight garbage, man. Y'all, he beat Teo up now. All of a sudden, he a weight bully. Moving up to somebody's weight class. Make it make sense. Damn, man. You got a dude that saying he would fight Crawford when Crawford was up there at 68 after he fought Canelo. And y'all calling him the weight bully? You seen Teo stand on the scale and he was like, I think he was like 2 pounds shy of 160. You ain't never see Shakur that heavy. All this weight garbage, man. These dudes is getting beat because he's more skillful. It don't take no. And Ray Charles could see that shit. Ray Charles could see it. He beat T.O. He's more skillful. That shit ain't nothing to do with no damn weight. Man, I hate these weak ass arguments. Weight bully. Man, tell your favorite fighter to strap up. I know you got a favorite fighter from 35 to 40. Just tell him to fight him. That's all I want to see. I'm trying to see something. You get me? Shout out to Bruce, guys. What's good with the OG, man? Roger, what's good with it, bro? I see you. I see you. I see. I see you. Yeah, he walk around 180. You know what I'm saying? That's something they never seen. I remember when he said he had a picture floating around that said 175, and people really ran with it. See, I told you he was weight bullying. See, but then pictures like this come out.
Wait up, though. Everybody.
Go for round 2, huh?
Round 2, nigga.
Going to fight.
You fight at 140, this is what you can do.
Big ass plates.
Big?
I knew this day was coming.
At 140. There go this.
At this point, Ask him and Keyshawn, the fight is just like ignoring everything they've said. It ain't no need for them to fight. I'm saying it ain't no need. And I'll give you an angle that ain't nobody else ain't gonna give you. If you got two people that's mutually telling you they don't want to fight, how do y'all know that y'all gonna get the best fight? What if they make a silent agreement not to hurt each other? Then y'all be complaining about how y'all got robbed out of y'all money. So I want to see people fight that want to fight each other. And I'm very consistent with that. Anybody that want to fight each other, if they said 5 minutes from now, one of them tweeted, "Yo, you know what? We've been talking and we want to fight," I'll be in 100% support of it. But because of the man that I am, and I got to say that because of the man that I am, and I understand that, you know, from a principle and moral standpoint, some shit is deeper than money. I've heard their explanation of why they won't fight. I've even posted it on Twitter. You get what I'm saying? It's very self-explanatory. Keyshawn Davis and Shakur Stevenson got him his opportunity, helped him put him on, basically. Made sure the Olympic coaches looked at him, gave him a chance. You get what I'm saying? He said he was at his lowest point. Shakur was there on the phone with him, checking in on him. This was the guy. So I don't even got to go through all that. It's just that simple. Either you could understand that, or you could keep hollering they should fight each other till you blue in the face. But until one of them dudes change their tune, or both of them, it's really nothing to talk about. You could call them soft. You could push any weird ass narrative. That shit is I've seen real shit like that before. And it's like biting the hand that feeds you. Not saying he fed you, but he put you on. It's like that. Out of all the people, that's just not the guy I want to beat up. Right? We rock with each other, just different. It's deeper than boxing. And again, I think money talks and BS walks. Nobody putting up no money for them to fight. How much money they gonna get paid? Like, you get me? Like, give them an incentive to want to fight. What? Because people just want to see it. Not too long ago, Keyshawn Davis was a clout chaser. So I'm trying to understand if he ain't this and he ain't did shit, because I hear that argument too. Keyshawn ain't did shit, then why should Shakur fight him? I be just trying to understand what make it make sense. If you're a person out there that want to see Shakur and Keyshawn Davis fight, it's for a reason, right? Outside of that hating ass shit that y'all be on, because you know they're good. You know it. You know damn well they're good. And I said it, bro. The Bash brothers pissing the boxing world off. I'm a realist, and I can have this conversation honestly and wholeheartedly, because I don't spend none of my time hating. You throw a fighter name out there, and I'll tell you what's good about them. I ain't got time to be sitting up trying to damage these dudes' careers. You got the fastest 4th division champion in the history of the sport. I don't give a damn what you say. You got to put some respect on that. What are we doing? We some terrible fans, bro. Tell one of them tough guys at 35 and 40. You right? And he said the only brother he got in boxing is Keyshawn Davis. The rest of them can get the smoke, man. Didn't make the fight. I want to see him. I don't protect nobody, but I don't push no narratives either, man. Told you these two dudes was going to F up the boxing world and everybody was going to be running around scrambling. I was waiting for the Keyshawn narratives to start switching, right? And I say this, I don't overpraise him and overstate what he's doing, but I put it in perspective. Since he stepped into the boxing world, since he's had his pro debut, there's not another fighter that I can think of off the top of my head that's doing better than what he's doing right now. And I mean, as far as handling bit, and that's keep in mind, he messed up a whole $1 million payday with Evan De Los Santos, who people are still saying he ducked, which is just weird. It's weird talk. You get me? So I can't think of another fighter at 13, 14-0. I think he's 14-0 now, 10 knockouts. Name another one that in that amount of time that already had a sellout. You get what I'm saying? He probably would have had another one if he ain't blow weight. Yeah, that was on him. He made some mistakes. I seen the guy make himself vulnerable. I could respect that. You make your mistakes. You apologize as a man. Not only do you apologize, but you make moves that put you in a position that tells the fans directly, look, I'm back focused. And that's what he been doing. Messed up with the De Los Santos thing. You know what I mean? He messed up his momentum. He was rolling. Get what I'm saying? He probably had another sellout on the way. But we'd never know that because he never made it to the fight. So with that being said, like already within less than 15 fights, he's already had a sellout. Can you tell me somebody else that's done that? Anybody? Can you name another fighter already? It just came in since the time he came in. I had a sellout already at home. And don't give me this because it was at home shit. Because a lot of people fight at home and don't sell out. Everybody don't do that. Can you name me the opponent that he fought that had a losing record? Can you go find me one of them? And then go look at the average guy or these quote unquote superstars or these dogs and go look at their first 15 fights. I don't knock nobody's progress. They all get moved differently, but I'm telling you, I watch this dude closely. I'm not trying to overpraise as the best thing since sliced bread, but I know what I'm watching and I know what I hear. I know what I hear consistently from the boxers, from the fighters, from the ones that share the ring with them, whether that's sparring under them lights. You get what I'm saying? The coaches, the trainers, they all saying different shit. The Hall of Fame fighters is all saying different. The Tim Bradleys of the world, all these guys got something much different to say. But the fans, because you don't like them. If you take the name Keyshawn Davis away and you call him something else, John Smith, something generic, he'd be a cold ass John Smith. Y'all look at him as one of the best fighters in the game right now because that would be keeping it real. Saying Keyshawn Davis is trash is not being honest with yourself. Look what he fought just in his last fight. Most guys don't fight these guys with this kind of experience coming up. And he did this shit off a layoff. A guy in Jermaine Ortiz, who we all watch, gave Loma all types of fits, especially in that first half of fight. A guy in Jermaine Ortiz that we just watched give Teofimo hell and should have got the nod, in my opinion. Right? You would think with all that experience just against those two guys alone, you get him Albright as well. He fought him too. Throw him in there for kicks, right? All that experience. Did he get in there with Keyshawn Davis and can't muster to get a clean fucking round? And we'll wake up and be like, yeah, but he ain't doing shit. He not doing nothing. No, that is doing something. He doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. That's the best guy they said he fought to date on paper. And he stopped him and didn't struggle. He didn't look bad. It was no ring rust. You seen a bad young man. If he stayed focused, you're going to see one of the best young talented fighters in the game. I can assure you that. It's only up for him if he stay focused, bro. And all these personal feelings that y'all be having towards the fighters, I don't get it, especially for the OGs. We OGs, let's speak life into boxing, man. You get me? We ask for guys to promote themselves. He go out there and promote himself. They trash him for promoting himself. Everybody he go back and forth with and talk to, he not going to fight. That's boxing, though. This is just boxing. It's like, did y'all just start watching boxing or y'all, you get what I'm saying? This is just the way it go. You see somebody, you keep the same energy, right? Whether you fighting them or not, you keep the same energy. I see people dragging Keyshawn about the way he did with Abdullah Mason. They fighters. They're fighters. But I'm willing to bet you if Keyshawn was quiet and he would have just shook his hand and stood next to him, then the narrative would have been he's scared and he don't keep the same energy. I know it. Y'all would have been complaining about that. But he seen him with his father and all. Told his father, man, you goofy, man. I'll knock your son out. And y'all gonna cry. But because he ain't fighting him next, we got to be mad at him? Like, how many fighters y'all seen exchange words and didn't fight next? Why are we mad? He telling them what it is. Y'all will fight you. Until somebody prove wrong, I don't see no otherwise. All this, he's scared of Abdullah Mason business. Man, yo, I really question the boxing fan that continue to push that these grown men are scared. Like, you got to think about what you're saying. When you're saying they scared, this is what they do. This is what they do for a living. I don't think none of these dudes be running around here scared to fight. Abdullah Mason wasn't no chump. He stood his ground. He said what he needed to say. I'll fight you wherever. You get a belt, I'll take that too. Dude, that's good entertainment. Why are we mad at the exchange? Let it go on. We know when they meet up, they find themselves in the same weight class. Then we got a backstory. Let's see if anybody gonna stand on business. But don't tell me this dude ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing, bro. Get what I'm saying? He doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing, standing on business. He promoting himself. He making sure he talked about, but more importantly, through all the showmanship, through all the Instagram posts, the tweets, and the call outs and the face-to-face face-offs, beyond all of that, when he get inside the boxing ring, what do he do? Do he pussyfoot? Do he, you know what I mean? Is he struggling with guys? Like, how's he looking? You get what I'm saying? That dude picked up right where he left off, man. So I like what he doing, man. From the promotion to the call outs, keep calling these dudes out. You supposed to do that. And whatever fight and opportunity present itself, then you take it. Simple and plain, bro. Call them out, but more importantly, when you get in that ring, I say this all the time, you got to make sure you kicking ass, and that's what he been doing. I'm just surprised why we be mad at these dudes for doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Talk shit, call each other out, and want to fight and see who want what. You know what I'm saying? So I like his energy, man. I like his energy, but more importantly, I like the fact that he was able to mess up and get back focused and like pick up where you left off. That's what really matters through all of that promotion, because none of that promoting stuff would matter if you wasn't winning fights. Get what I'm saying? Start losing fights and then you run around all loud and braggadocious, then nobody want to hear that shit. But as long as you continue to show people that you one of them ones, I don't have a problem with you. You know what I'm saying, promoting yourself and having fun with this shit. Will, what it do, man? Yeah, I think he did beat Till. Boxing Bill was good with it. Damon was good with it. You're gonna get judged. Nah, it ain't even about getting judged no more. It's deeper than that. Motown was good with it. He cleaned up 35 and 40, man. Drunk Big Boxing taste. Shout out to my dog. Yeah, me neither. I just like, we be looking for narratives. Like, you got to think what he was saying before this point. Before this point, it was Tio would do this, Tio would do that. Then it's like, once he get beat up, now you start asking dumbass questions. Nah, you should have never bet on him. Simple and plain. That's where your own hating ass, that's what your own hating ass get. Seriously, because a lot of you dudes, you know, if you claim you know boxing so much, claim you know everything, claim you watch so much tape and film and you know all about boxing, but then you out here picking Tio to beat Shakur and be surprised when it don't go that way. Then you start asking dumbass questions like, yeah, when has he ever been the smaller guy on fight night? Shut up. Tell your favorite fighter to run it back so he could bust his eyes again, bro. Nobody want to hear that crybaby ass shit. He ain't no towering ass big dude. I'm gonna say this again for people that respect and understand that I come here with the truth and nothing but the truth. Look, I'm gonna say this. I understand we all have different maybe interpretations to what a big fighter is, but I've walked past a lot of these dudes. I've seen them in person. I done took pictures with a couple of them. Had guys sit a few rows ahead of me. These dudes, this guy's just not overly big. If you think a dude at 5'8", 130 something, 40 pounds is big, then our interpretation of what a big guy is totally different. Get what I'm saying? So I think if you maintain your weight in between these fights, then you know what I'm saying, and you just don't blow up. It is what it is. You get what I'm saying? But every single time you in there, if you're the more skillful guy, that's what I'm gonna see. That's what I ain't seen yet. I ain't seen somebody outskill him yet. The hell with some damn weight. We be out here forcing dudes to be bigger than what they is just because you don't like them or you want them to fight in a weight class where you think it'll go bad for them. I ain't trying to hear that. And again, we knew this day would come. Shout out to the guys that support boxing. The only reason they begging for a fifth weight class right now because they hoping somebody can beat them. That's what they hoping. They done gave up hope. They done seen the way he cooked here, like, Gary Antoine. Why won't he fight Gary Antoine? I bet you he won't fight Gary Antoine. Bet you. They be pissed off. I bet you he won't fight Gary. And then Gary come on, right? Gary come on. And they ask Gary about who he want to fight. And then Gary say, well, you know, if I had to pick, keywords, y'all, if I had to pick, you know, I pick Dalton Smith. You know, I don't think he's that good of a fighter. He's straight up and down. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Hitchens out there, right? Then you got Shakur Stevenson, man, for last, right? And nobody bats an eye. You know what they do? They wake up the next day and ask the same dumbass question again. Why Shakur won't fight Gary Angelo Russell? I'm tired of y'all, bro. Why do y'all think these dudes are scared to challenge themselves, bro? Especially him out of all guys, man. Man, the dude just picked Shakur last in front of the world and they ain't say nothing. They just chill. And they still, well, hey, he won't fight Gary, though. Gary said fight him last. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. How you feeling today? My bad. What I say? What I say? Not bad, y'all. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button. Fate was good with it. Dalton is a cool fight. I wouldn't be mad. Keyshawn was taking punches like dude toe to toe. Nope. I'll say this. Shout out to Paige. Shout out to everybody. If I missed you, hit that like button. Support the grind. Let's build, y'all. Let's build. Let's get to it. Look, all of these dudes are talented, bro. Abdullah Mason, a dog. He a young dog. He proven that much in his last fight. But it's different ways to show dog. And I think Keyshawn showed you that in his last fight, right? You don't have to take punishment to be a dog. You get what I'm saying? You dominating fights, to me, that's being a dog. You know, Dula's a young pup. I don't even want to say that. He's a young champion. Young man, he's only 21. He got a ton to learn, but even where he's at, I think he's ahead of the curve. And it's just a matter of time where more fights, more experience, more dangerous, tougher to beat Abdullah gonna be. But I would love to see them just continue to build him. You know what I'm saying? I think he's gonna get a hometown fight, and I can see that. I can see why they'll do that. You know what I'm saying? But they ain't they're not just throwing them in a unification. I get the back and forth with Keyshawn, but Abdullah not picking his fights, and neither is Keyshawn, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes not truly picking their fights. They getting options and they saying yay or nay. But as long as them dudes got the same management, that kills it. Shout out to Brooklyn Goat. I don't see none of them dudes fighting each other. Talking about years ago. Yeah, man. Mon George was good with it. They're talking like Core was scared, and then Core said, why not? After his fight, just, yeah. Call them straight down the line. You get what I'm saying? Straight down. I'm just calling them what they be doing, bro. You know what I'm saying? He said that. He did say that. He don't think he'd fight him. He said, why not? Like, and then when you get a choice, notice that he said, if I could pick, he didn't say Shakur first. He didn't say him second. He said last. Get what I'm saying? That's what he said. And they'll still overlook it. Oh, well, why wouldn't he fight Gary, though? Shut up, man. Like, skills pay the bills, bro. You act like you ain't see him get outboxed before. Get what I'm saying? By a guy that I know y'all don't think is more talented and skillful than Shakur. And he ain't no puncher. So all of y'all, before that fight with Gary Antoine Russell and Alberto Puello, I remember people saying that. This dude ain't that much of a puncher. He ain't going to be able to keep Gary off him. Do you see how that went? That shit is a false narrative, bro. Punches hurt, bro. Dudes don't like getting punched in their damn face. That shit don't feel good. He said he want Dalton Smith because he the easiest. You weren't here the last time. Mind you, I'm just going somewhere. I'm just saying what they say. I ain't pushing no narratives, no nothing. I ain't got no hidden agendas. I'm just asking people to call this shit down the board, or are they not paying attention? Right? You get what I'm saying? So again, the challenge is he issued the challenge. I want to see who's gonna say, yo, I'll fight him. And Mordecai has already said, I would love to see the fight. If they can fight at 35 or 40, let's see it. I ain't mad at it. I just want to see good fights. But all this weight this and weight bully that, man, stop, man. Stop, bro. He ain't blowing up crazy like that. He ain't rehydrating to some crazy ass amount of weight on fight night. Even if he is slightly bigger, you telling me when you watch those fights, if he was smaller, he would lose? That's what you're saying? Like, what the hell? Like, you get what I'm saying? Just own up to the fact. Accept the fact that man is skillful as hell. That's all. It's not hard to say that. I don't know why it's like swallowing razor blades for y'all to tell the truth. Some of y'all still arguing if his defense is the best, and the numbers clearly suggest it. And it's been years in a row, year after year after year. You still will argue that. Something really wrong with y'all. When I see a good fighter, I appreciate them, bro, for exactly who they are, man. It don't matter, favorite or not. I appreciate these dudes, man. Y'all be mad at the wrong shit, man. These dudes out here performing. Y'all know how hard it is to even become a world champion? Do you know? But go look it up. Y'all got Google, right? Or yeah, at least maybe some of y'all know everything. Do you know what percentage of fighters win championships versus the ones that don't? Somebody please fill me in. And then let alone to be able to win them in multiple divisions over and be a top guy no matter where you rest your hat. Do you even know how hard it is to maintain that? You get what I'm saying? That just go for any top fighter that fits that description. Do you know how hard that shit is? You get what I'm saying? We be going crazy about nothing. all crazy about nothing. Shout out to my brother Kurt. What's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Shit is wild. Andy Cruz, Kid Austin, solid matchup. They ain't gonna make that fight. Andy Cruz, Kid Austin, they ain't gonna make that. They probably got too many unknowns on Kid Austin's side. I think what they gonna do is take a smart fight if that's available with Luka's body. I could see that. I don't see them trying to, you know what I'm saying? I think they're gonna stick to the script what Oscar got planned. I really do. But again, y'all, I ain't taking no favors. Y'all know what my guy is, but at the end of the day, I just want to see fights. I ain't gonna come up here and lie for him and push no narrative, man. He said he'll fight whoever from 135 to 140. I think it's more than enough talent. And like I said, starting with Muay Thai, it might not be that bad. You know what I'm saying? He's a newly crowned world champ. He first one to give Andy Cruz his loss. I mean, let's see if he really want that fight. You get me? People said something about they asked about the fight at 35. I wouldn't be against seeing him fight that dude. Think he'll beat him. You know what I'm saying? And people gonna complain, but it is what it is. He's a champion. Shit, if I'm core, if you can go to 35 and take his belt. That Ring Magazine belt too. Try to get the Ring Magazine belt at 35. They go a good, decent next fight. You don't got to entertain 47 no more because you're not there. But like I said, y'all, if you just look at this list, take your pick. Take your pick. That's what I think. At this point, he don't need nothing outside of the top 10 in any weight class, period. Whatever the next available fight, that's what I would love to see. I just don't know. Got Dalton Smith right there. You got Hitchens ain't going to fight him. He already said it. Keyshawn ain't. He beat Tio. Puello, Gary Antoine. People really want to see Gary Antoine. I doubt if we see that. Subriel Matiz probably suspended from getting knocked out. Adam is in. I know him, but people probably don't. And Pierce O'Leary, I don't know who the hell that is. I'm not going to lie to you. But you see it's fights here. You know what I'm saying? Joe Cordina is a top 10 lightweight. Wow. Jody Herrera snuck in at number 9. That's how you know things is changing. 8. Lucas Body, Sam Noakes, Floyd Schofield. You're not fighting Mason. No. Cruz. No. Williams Zepeda, he beat. I think the most logical choice is Raymond Muay Thai sitting there at number 2. Swear I do. I really hope they can make that fight. It makes sense. He's a champion. Go down there where he at and fight him. I don't want to sit here stuck on something that he's not doing. You know what I'm saying? He ain't going up to the 5th weight class just yet. And he want to operate between these two. I like the idea. I think he can really do something. I think he can do something. You know what I'm saying? I think he can make good fights at either weight class simultaneously. So let's see what he able to cook up on who accept the challenge. Like I said, who gonna come get their issue? That's a lot of smoke from 135 to 140. So I really don't see nothing to be mad at. Just keep winning, bro. Stay focused. And again, I'll point this out. You know, a lot of guys, when they get in there and face the best opposition that they've been in the ring with, they tend to have their closest fights. They tend to struggle and just get by. I just want to point out that the Bash brothers, just both of them on paper, was in there with the best guy that they fought to date. And they probably gave up less than 3 rounds between 2 fights. Realistically. You get what I'm saying? That's kicking ass. So you ask, could he do it at the highest level against somebody like Tio? He showed it. Now the question remains, how long can he sustain it, and who else can he beat at 140? What other fight is going to be realistic for him? Gary Antoine is not going to be realistic. Y'all could keep barking about that, but you heard what he said. I'm only going off of what he said. So that told me right there, right then and there, that Shakur is not at the top list of priority of things to do. And it is what it is. I don't have nothing about being scared, but I think he got plans. And it sound like he want to get more fights, possibly go after the other guys. He did say Dalton Smith is not that good. He'll fight him. Think he's not that good. So, who knows? Javier Herrera, he said, versus Sam Noakes. That's a cool fight. I boxed Muay Thai pretty bad. He was just too big for him. I think Muay Thai gonna take Shakur next. He said it. He said his style. You know, he said he got the right style for Shakur. It's wrong for Shakur. His style. That's what he said. So I think he'll be with it. I think he'll be with it because a lot of times you see it. Don't be these fighters. I don't think Raymond Muay Thai is a guy that won't fight him. I just hope it's a realistic fight that can be made. I mean, it is realistic. I just hope it's up his, you know, up high on his list of things to do, right? Priority wise, I just want to see it. I mean, I don't know. Dalton Smith would be too perfect, right? Corey ain't gonna get that unification that easy. Dalton Smith gonna go in another direction more than likely for obvious reasons, but Let's see. If Abdullah went to war, Keyshawn was not taking punches like that. Fact. Oh yeah, no, he wasn't. That's a difference between them that people don't want to acknowledge. You get what I'm saying? That he know it. He said it himself. He said he fought Sam Noakes fight too much. Said he felt like he fought his fight too much, but you don't criticize him too much for that because he still got the job done. He showed what kind of dog he is, and you know that he's capable of even better than what he did. You know that. Real fans know that. So it's only a matter of time for Abdullah. He's gonna be tougher to beat, right? But the longer people take, the tougher he is gonna be to beat. That's just real. That kid can go. He can flat out go. The biggest knock on him right now, and it's not really a knock because he's young, is experience. That's it. That's it. That's it for me. Like, I don't see much that he can't do. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's just all about putting it all together on the night. And so far, so good. Even in his toughest test, he stood tall. And what I like about it the most is because now he'll know where he needs to improve. He'll know the areas where he needs to get better. Right. And I think it's just, I don't even think his defense is so bad, like some people say. I just think he's so aggressive and eager to beat his man ass that in the process, he leaves himself open, right? And whenever you in the fire a lot, you're going to get burned more. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you see with him. But when I say this all the time about Abdullah, once he slows it down, I think he's capable of slowing the fight down without taking that kind of punishment, picking his shots, and just cleanly outboxing guys. Once he masters that, then he's just going to be a world. Like, once he masters the art of playing chess rather than checkers, and I don't want to knock what he's doing and call it checkers, but you get the analogy, right? Use the IQ. You got a long ass reach, bro. You got a long reach. You got a long frame. You could have kept that dude at the end of your punches and boxed him. And no, Sam Noakes ain't no super crazy pressure fighter. Yeah, you could have done it. And we all know he's capable of it. But I think mentality and the lack of experience, and then to a degree, you got to think you going in there and everything you've done up until this point has worked. So Sam Noakes had to show you that certain things ain't going to work at a particular level. And you as a young fighter, you was able to answer the call and the bell on those things, right? Even when met with resistance, Abdullah Mason figured it out, got that shit done, got his hand raised. So now we get to look forward to seeing what his next fight look like and where he improved, right? It shouldn't be an indictment on him because he got tested. But the problem is people are like almost awarding him wins against people that they don't like as much as they like Abdullah, Keyshawn and Shakur in specific, right? They already putting him in the ring with those guys and saying how he'll beat them. You get what I'm saying? But then, like my guy Boxing Bill, I think that's Boxing Bill pointed out, you get what I'm saying? He went to war with Sam Noakes. You get what I'm saying? That's the best guy he fought. But you see how competitive that fight was. And you see these other guys get in there with the best opposition. They all different styles, and we get it. But you see how they handle their opposition. You see how they went about their business as opposed to him. He's younger and more inexperienced. So you're going to see, I think, it's okay and it's acceptable at this rate to see holes in his game. And that's what people don't want to acknowledge. And when you point that out, they treat it like you knocking a young man. No, you're not. You're just acknowledging where he can improve. And how do we know this? Because we got a couple of fights. You know what I mean? To tell you he can improve on things. And he already at a high level. He already a champion. It's only going to get worse. That's what I say. So when you ain't a hater, you're able to give him credit. But I just don't got him beating those two much more experienced guys right now. I don't. I see it being good fights, great fights. But again, it ain't about being a great fight. Is he going to win these fights right now? And if I had to base it off what I've seen in the ring so far from them, I would say no. I would lean toward no. But again, it's going to be a matter of time for that experience to get under his belt. And we talking about one of the most dangerous and smartest young fighters in the game. 21, y'all. 21. Got a lot of time. That's just, again, that's my opinion. I ain't saying facts on nothing. That's just how I see it. Inexperience would be the biggest knock on him right now, not his skill set. And his temperament, the same thing that makes him dangerous at this point, because he hadn't quite mastered it, gets him in trouble or can get him in trouble, right? So I think against those top tier guys, yeah, you get me? When he got dropped twice in one fight, he got that job done, rebounded both times, and got his guy up out of there ASAP. Who was right there giving him the game, right in the locker room, telling him like, yeah, hey, man, you get what I'm saying? It's shit like that that you get what I'm saying? Little jewels like that. It's just the understanding of the game. I think those Olympians are far more experienced, and I think the details is in the way they've moved all three of them. If you just look at it, see the Olympians versus how they moved him is different, and I think it's because he wasn't as highly rated as an amateur. He still was very good. Don't get it wrong, but he didn't have that Olympic pedigree, or he didn't have that experience. So he hit the ground running, and he been beating ass and learning on the job, despite having a pretty solid amateur career, right? You know what I'm saying? And we see where he at. So everybody learns differently. Everybody got a different path. I can't knock nothing to do with Mason doing. I can see the growth, and I'm just waiting to see the next fight. He more than likely ain't going to end up in there with no Keyshawn. People will make it about Keyshawn clout chasing, but like I said before, you know who Keyshawn is, and you've been knowing. He don't need clout off a guy. You get what I'm saying? That he been doing this shit longer. He been fighting at the higher level longer. Get what I'm saying? So I know how the story would have read if he would have played nice. I know how the story would have read if he would have just shook hands and walked away. You get me? So I think he just kept it right, the same energy, and that's what he's supposed to do. And anytime them dudes end up in the same weight class again, we definitely gonna want to see if him keep the same energy and want to fight, right? Shout out to Ill Will, man. He said, appreciate the grind, man. I appreciate the support, bro. Y'all hit the like buttons. Over 50 people in the building. Let's keep building, y'all. T Hill, the mayor, is in the building. What's good, T Hill? What's good with it? C-Wood, my dog. What's good, family? Omar, what's good with it? You better not fall for the okie doke with Keyshawn. Yeah, man. I just think I think time will tell. I think time will tell. I think time will tell. He trying to get my attention, ain't you? I ain't with it. Not today. Dude tried to keep him on the end of his jab. Noakes adjusted and made him do a fight his fight. So I seen it. Yeah, to a degree. I think in spots, I think him. And in those moments where, you know, Noakes did try to press and make him fight his fight, I think Abdullah Mason, you know, his willingness to engage right then and there is what caused him to fight his fight too much, where he could have still got on his stick and stayed composed. Because I don't think Sam Noakes is some crazy, great pressure fighter per se, right? But, you know, whenever he did close the gap and he get to mixing it up, Abdullah Mason, his temperament wouldn't allow him to try to take a step back and just box. And then you think about it, listen to his corner. You can tell they wanted him to do exactly what I'm saying to a degree, because that's what Pops was yelling, right? So I know I'm not too far off the mark in terms of saying like how I think he could have done it, because they clearly, Pops was clearly asking him to do it because he know he's capable of. So I think that stuff comes with experience, right? You know what I'm saying? And again, he a guy that get right to it. Once he start to like just taper it down just a bit, not change his style, just a tweak, right? Just in them first early rounds, slow it down, pick your shots, take your time. You got a long ass, reach. You got, good bag, good arsenal, offensive arsenal. You can just sit back, pick your shots, create your openings, and break your guy down slowly, and understand that you're a champion. You're going to have 12 rounds, right? You got 12 rounds to get this done. You don't got to get it done in a rush. And I'm not saying he rush everything, but he do fight at an accelerated pace. And I think that's what causes him to get hit. Not so much his defense being bad or him having low IQ. I just think that naturally that temperament, he want to get in there and go. And once they reel that in, once they reel him in just a bit, watch what I'm saying. Watch how dangerous he be. At least I think so. Now, it might be some questions people think differently about seeing him get dropped a couple of times, but this is how you know the bar is completely different. Keyshawn and Shakur in that same exact scenario with the same exact output gets a totally different kind of coverage and criticism online. Abdullah Mason gets tested, gets dropped twice. They can't speak enough about how he a dog and how he got through it. And he went through the fire, got burnt, and got through it. But you allow Keyshawn Davis get in there with that same guy and do that, and he got to get dropped twice and knock him out. They'll be telling you how trash Keyshawn is, and you see his chin ain't shit and this and that. But when they like you, they tend to call it more fairly, and I feel like we should be able to do that with everybody. Have the same energy with everybody. That's why you see the way I'm speaking about Abdullah. I don't care who my favorite is. That dude is a monster. He a young problem, man. Young problem. He a young dog. You know what I mean? know what I'm saying? But I know how to be straight up with all of these guys. You can see where he needs to improve, man. But some people are ignoring it. It's he beats all of these champions right now, except for Tank. You hear shit like that. And it's like, we just got to see the fights, bro. You never know. You never know. Nah, ain't nobody killing boxing. That's a lie. We just seen MSG sold out. That was the highest attendance in that venue. What we talking about? That's just a narrative. If boxing was dying, then I don't think they put up those numbers. Simple and plain. Boxing is dying. I don't think Chris Eubank fights. And what is they over 50K crowds? You get what I'm saying? Boxing is dying. You know what I'm saying? I don't think you will have a young Keyshawn Davis selling out in Norfolk, Virginia if boxing is dying. You don't have these things. So, nah, ain't nobody killing boxing. Boxing is just changed, you know, in its own way. And there's people that accept it and understand it. And there's people that's just going to complain. But things change all the time. What I've noticed, these new boxers, man, they want to get paid. And some of them might want to cut the corners, but a lot of them dudes just want they just do. They want what they earn. You know what I'm saying? They want to fight the fights, but they want to get treated accordingly. So now I think boxing is far from dying. Imagine, he get up, the same exact scenario, bro. Mind yours, the same exact scenario for both of them. Corey and Keyshawn, same exact thing, getting dropped twice, and then they could both get up and get the knockout. You think the talk gonna be about how they was dogs and they showed grit? Hell no. It's gonna be like, see, look at these bums getting dropped by nobody. Get what I'm saying? We know the bar is set different with them, and I'm gonna keep pointing it out over time with people's double standards of how they choose to cover those guys. And again, if Keyshawn Davis goes in there and go life and death with Jermaine Ortiz, what you think they're going to be saying? What you think they're going to be saying? Ain't going to be, oh, he did move up a weight class. Oh, he had a layoff. They ain't going to give him no grace. They're going to be like, see, this dude was never that good. Look, Jermaine Ortiz ain't this and that. They're going to downplay it. Same thing with Corey. Even with T.O. You go in there and get dominated by T.O. Think about our struggle. Think about what they saying. You get cut up, you know what I'm saying? Possibly drop, beat up on. Think about what they're going to say. They're going to go crazy. That's what I'm saying, man. The bar is set different with them two youngins, man. Real talk. Keyshawn Shakur finally fight or fold. If he truly had any dog, it will be brought out. Nah, it's different way to show dog. I said that earlier. You don't got to take punishment to show that you're a dog. If I can beat you round after round after round after round, that's a dog. If I only lose 1 out of every 10 to 1 out of every 14 rounds in a boxing ring, that's a dog to me. How you get it done is different, right? Everybody shows their dog differently. You know what I'm saying? And think about most times when you hear somebody got dog in them, you say it is because you see them getting beat up. Think about this. The reason people are saying Abdullah Mason is a dog is because of what? Because you seen him getting hit and punched on, right? So y'all think that's the only way to prove that you got something? Like, you heard that? Did y'all miss the clip with Floyd Mayweather? Ain't shit cool about taking punishment. Shakur understands that better than probably most of these guys. And this is why I think he fights the way he do. That style is built to last. Longevity. Limit the punishment that I take. That's being a dog. Beating you at this shit is called boxing, and I'm outboxing you round after round, and because I'm not knocking everybody out, it's not being a dog. Telling me T.O. ain't get took to school, got dog walked right in front of him, right in front of him. So I think it's just different ways to show that. You know what I'm saying? But think about that. I want you to ponder on that for a second. Next time you realize you call somebody a dog, imagine what kind of fight you're gonna be watching when you say that. You're gonna be seeing them take punishment, and ain't nothing cool about it. Yeah, we respect it, but I respect it even more if you're able to go in there and you're the one that's dishing out the punishment as opposed to the one taking it, and you done this shit for the whole fight. You went in there damn near just as clean as you was when you get what I'm saying. Before you walked in there, you just as clean on the way out. That's a dog to me. That's a dog to me, because it's called boxing and it ain't called KO. So it's just different ways to show that. Some people gonna show you they grit. They're gonna get in there. They're gonna show you they chin. They're gonna take punches, and they're gonna bite down on the gum shield, and they're gonna fight through it. Right? Yes, certified dogs, but I just think it's different ways, man. And it's like the great SOG said, man. It's just different ways to show dog. You know what I'm saying? Like the great Money Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather, ain't shit cool about taking punishment, bro. So if I'm able to dominate without getting my ass beat, I'm gonna do it every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Every single time. Keyshawn Kelly gotta go to war to be a killer. Nah, you don't. I hear different. I hear from the fighters that Keyshawn is that. I hear from the fighters and the trainers that Keyshawn is that. The only people that's questioning it are fans. Can you tell me why, Jerry, that they sold out MSG and they had the highest attendance in the spot? Can you elaborate on that? Why would people come to watch them? Who did they come, just for T.O.? Because you know they said that was a pro Stevenson crowd, right? You know that's what they said. So can you explain to me, with him being so not entertaining, why would he have a sold out in his first pay-per-view? Why would it be sold out? And MSG out of all places. And up until that point, T.O. was fighting at the Hulu Theater at MSG, not where they fought at. Can you explain to me why it was over 21,000 people in attendance to watch that boring fight? Mostly for T.O. And you know this because you was there. You know this because you was there, right? You see what I'm saying? And why would that be the case, Jerry? When T.O. fights at the Hulu Theater, that seats about 4,000, I think, and he struggles to sell that out. He never sold out the Hulu Theater. So why would all of a sudden his fans quadruple? If they was mostly there for T.O., then he wouldn't struggle to sell out the Hulu Theater, bro. You're not making sense. You see how simple it is? And I could back this shit by facts, not what I think, not no opinion and none of that. It's a fact. Just go look it up. Just go look it up. You know what I'm saying? Just go look it up. Go look it up, bro. New York ain't too far from Newark. You get what I'm saying? No, you get me. You get me. And even less. Go look at the some of the fights, Ill Will in the Hulu Theater. And that's not me knocking them. That's just me knowing and doing my homework over time. So again, why would they have a sellout for a boring ass fighter? You get what I'm saying? You was there for T.O., but you only one person. You only one person. Can you tell me what borough T.O. is from? And you can tell me that they rep him. Not one time does anybody say T.O. is really from Brooklyn. And that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. You know what I mean? You could be there for T.O., but you one person. You really think everybody was there for T.O. And everybody wasn't there for Shakur. You would never hear me say it. But if there's a case to make a case on either end, Shakur has done well over 10,000 tickets. Point to the fight that T.O. done that. Just tell me the fight. Point to it. See what I'm saying? Like that's facts over feelings type stuff, man. You feel that T.O. they was there for T.O. You can't prove it. I couldn't prove it, but if I had to base, like, again, off the numbers and who really the East Coast fighter, I don't think it's T.O., bro. I ain't gonna lie. Say it was a pro Stevenson crowd. I had a few people that was there that I know. You know what I'm saying? You know? Nah. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. No. If he's so boring, why do you purchase tickets to watch a boring fighter? Period. That's my question. It wasn't one of those things where, because think about it, they was trying to knock the fight beforehand. They were saying this fight could be boring. This fight gonna be boring. This is what they were saying. So make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. No, you point to the fight where T.O. stole out anything, anywhere. You point to a time where T.O. ever was a bigger ticket seller than Shakur. You point to that, man. You ain't answering the question. You ain't asking the questions. I am, G. You dig? Newark is closer to MSG than supposed to the area of BK where T.O. is from. They don't know shit. Shout out to my homie Ray Davis. They just talking. Now you can tell who talking versus who really know what the hell they be talking about. Making a dumbass argument trying to say every T.O. they mostly there for T.O. when he never sold out shit and struggled to sell 4,000 tickets. Now all of a sudden he fighting Shakur, the boring fighter, and it's gonna sell out. Y'all don't even make sense, bro. Damn, man, y'all terrible boxing fans, bro. With fans like y'all, man, who needs enemies, bro? With fans like y'all, who needs enemies, bro? With fans like y'all, who needs enemies, bro? The fact, man, y'all terrible, man. Y'all terrible. Nah, he just chatting shit. He ain't even talking about nothing. He quoting what somebody else said. We don't care what James Toney said, bro. Them numbers say something different. And then when he's not with T.O., he can do well over half of that by himself. By himself. You ever seen T.O. do it? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think so, fam. Y'all just be saying anything. Oh, hating asses. That's why he beat up your favorite fighter and you probably cried. You probably bet your money like a fool against T.O. and got his on T.O. and seen him get his ass beat. You did. He got cooked. Go cry in the car. Y'all gonna be salty for a long time about that, boy. Boy, he beat that ball ragged. Trashed him, didn't he? Kicked his ass. He and Jerry just be chatting about nothing. He's an old ass hater. You know what I'm saying? Old ass hater. Old ass hater. Old ass hater. You know what I'm saying? Old ass hater. That's about to get blocked. You know what I'm saying? Old ass hater. Old ass hater that don't know what he talking about. You know what I'm saying? The thing is, man, y'all talk all this fanboy shit, but can you refute? You can't refute the points. I'm trying to have a conversation with you, but you ignorant. You dumb. You can't refute what I'm saying. So you start saying dumb shit. That's typical clown behavior, bro. Come with some facts instead of somebody, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Instead of with somebody eggplant in your mouth, bro. You know what I mean? Come in here with some facts. You want to talk, you want to have a conversation, come with some facts. Come with some facts. You know what I'm saying? And let me remind Buddy where he at too. Because he about to be next. He about to be next on the block list. About to block his ass next. Fool. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we still supporting them too. We still, I ain't blocking them yet. We still support them too. But the thing is, the facts are facts. See, the problem is y'all don't like facts. Y'all want people to, you want massage your talking points with more bullshit. But I know what I'm talking about. So that's the problem. If you can't refute what I'm talking about with facts, then what the hell we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Nah, Beats, just typing in the chat is for suckers. Typing in the chat talking crazy is for suckers. You know what I'm saying? And you might be one of them. You might be an old sucker. You know what I'm saying? You might be an old sucker. Think that's gonna stop me from blocking you, bro? It ain't. I ain't having no real conversation. I be doing this because I really be trying to have a conversation to show people they don't know shit. They just talk. I give you facts and you go off your feelings and your opinion. Shut your weird ass up, yo, for you get blocked, man. Shut up for you get blocked, man. Don't just type dumbass shit in the chat, bro. Don't type dumbass shit in the chat. You don't follow me. Shut up. Shut up. Because if you knew that, then you would know I support all fighters. You could point to a time where I ain't support T.O. When people were saying how racist he was and they shouldn't watch him, I called the fight. You get what I'm saying? We called the T.O. fight on here before, too. I don't have nothing against T.O. He just couldn't beat Shakur, bro. When people saying T.O. is trash, I'm telling people he the most established champion and the most accomplished at the weight class. So you don't follow me. You just talking. You get what I'm saying? You don't be here. You know what I'm saying? You never here. You just running your trap like most people do. You know what I'm saying? Nah, if you ain't got nothing to add, weirdo, then you gonna get blocked. Straight like that. Notice y'all ain't been able to refute. I can't even have a conversation with y'all weird asses because y'all don't know nothing about nothing. You don't know shit about nothing. You just talk. Over here, ask anybody in the chat, do I support T.O.? Do I support boxing as a whole? Y'all just weird. Not supporting T.O. So me buying the pay-per-view is not supporting T.O. You see, because you about to, that's why I block, because you say dumb shit. That's supporting T.O. Dumbass. Calling his fights is supporting T.O. When people are calling him a racist and I'm up here saying I think he just misguided, What you call that? When everybody's throwing this man down the drain and saying people should ignore him and don't fight him, I'm saying Shakur should go beat his ass. Nah, ain't everything you said solid. You just talking. You another one. You just talking, and you definitely about to get blocked. You say some more dumb shit. But 100% fact. 100% fact. You stating your opinion. That ain't nothing you said solid. Nothing. I see all these corny. They over here being some little, Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. Feelings, no facts. That's why I spent this much time. You see, they don't refute nothing I say. They just argue dumb shit. So, like I said, let's get back to the conversation because they ain't even worth this much energy. I just be trying to prove a point how these dudes don't know nothing about nothing. They just be talking. You get what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You just start saying dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? He's a fanboy. You could read off. You can say Shakur 25-0 with 11 knockouts. They'd be like, you're a fanboy. You just stated a fact. Shout out to my dog, Emmanuel. You see that? Real supporters right here, G. Best objective boxing content creator on YouTube with a sprinkler and McQueen is a pleasure. That's my dog. You know it. Shout out to Emmanuel. Appreciate you. That's what I say. I ain't going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I hate when people tell me who I support. If I don't support somebody, I will say it. There's nothing that's going to happen. If I say I don't like T.O. and I don't support him, then I could say that. It's like people make it seem like it's some type of consequence for not liking somebody. But I chose to be like different. I don't have nothing against him. I think T.O. is a hell of a fighter, bro, but he just ain't better than certain guys. You get me? That's it. But what I look like not liking him, he got to do something to me for me not to like him. Do I like some of the stuff that he said and the way that he tried to fake promote? Nah, I'm not a fan of none of that shit he was saying, but I see when he's goofy and silly, and he got the dry humor. That stuff be cool. I don't have a problem with that. Or when he was wearing the Heisman jerseys, throwing the flips and the corny Fortnite dances, that stuff is cool. Like that, I'm in support of all of that. When he was fighting Lomachenko, I was rooting for T.O. to beat him. I'm trying to understand, so because I don't think he's better than Shakur, I never did, never will. That makes me not a supporter. You're weird. Y'all weird. Y'all weird. Nah, I'm going to block you because you ain't got shit to add. You telling me I don't support somebody that I do. And if you really supported me, then you would know that. You wouldn't be saying this weird ass dumb shit. And through everything I said, watch this. And I'm really going to block him depending on what he say next. Based on everything you heard me say in this live stream in regards to T.O., tell me one thing that I've said that's hating and or negative about T.O. Go ahead and say it because you said I don't support him. So go ahead. And for my brother, for real boxing talk, my brother always support. Appreciate the love as always. Tell me. Nah, hoe ass old man. It ain't that. No, I'm saying I'm talking about T.O. You hoe ass dude, and you gonna get blocked just for being dumb or old ass goofy. I can tell by your profile picture you're old goofy. Nah. I want to ask you a question, Henry. You said I don't support him. You said you follow me and I don't support T.O. So based off what proof or evidence do you have to support that I don't support T.O.? I just want to know. I'm gonna give you an opportunity. You that's what you type. You follow me. You don't support T.O. That's what you said. That's what you said. Now tell me one thing I said about T.O. that was negative in this stream or that was hating. Tell me that would say I don't support him. I need to know. And in the meantime, we're going to get back to what we was talking about, G. You know what I mean? So, like I was saying, man, the false narrative's not going to last for long. That weight bully garbage. Tell somebody to get in there and be more skillful than him. Y'all talk about how everybody got all this power and shit, how he can't punch and keep nobody up off him. But then he get in the ring and he stand right in front of a dude, cook him. And these dudes all fight with a certain level of respect that these boxing fans don't understand or don't want to acknowledge. So like I always said, man, you can cry all you want. I'm going to rub it in. I'm going to keep rubbing it in because I love boxing, not just these two fighters, but I'm loving them getting their just due and their proper shine. They deserve it. They work hard. You know what I mean? Both guys had their share of trials and tribulations, but when it's time to perform, when it's time to strap up, put that mouthpiece in, make that walk, and step up in that square circle, they flawless. They flawless, and they beat the hell out of their last 2 opponents. Now you got Keyshawn and talks of going up to 47 of a possible Crocker fight. If you let Keyshawn and Davis if you let him in there at 47, y'all gonna have trouble. He become a world champion. There goes the neighborhood, man. That's what I think. I think if he does that, he puts himself right in position to get any of the other fights necessary. I think him and Devin would be a phenomenal fight if it happened. I won't even waste my time breaking it down until it's more of a real thing. But I think Keyshawn is the goods. And again, if he wasn't, then Devin Haney wouldn't have him on his list, right? Why would you be calling out trash fighters, right? So I think he know what it is, whether he feel like he can beat him or not. He's supposed to feel like that. Bill's supposed to feel like that. And it's just up to them to prove it. So I think in the meantime, you got Devin Haney fighting Rolly Romero May 30th, and he gonna handle business. Rolly could be tricky, could be dangerous, but I think Devin, his smarts will get him a victory. If not, then we got a whole different conversation we gonna have. But in the meantime, I think Devin gonna do what he's supposed to do. He gonna handle business like a real one. You're gonna outbox Rolly, keep him at the end of that jab, and work him over. That's what I think, and take his belt. And I think after that, sky's the limit. You got that Ryan Garcia rematch that he clearly need. You get what I'm saying? He clearly need that. You know what I'm saying? All right, that's it. See. I call his fight just for clicks. Yeah, you could exit stage left, man. You done here, Henry. You done. That's it. Back to what I was saying. So, man, he ain't gonna fight Devin Haney right now. Y'all could keep calling him a clout chaser, but I'm gonna say this. If Keyshawn Davis is a clout chaser for calling out Devin Haney or entertaining the fight with him, going back with him, Bill, or however, then Devin Haney's the ultimate clout chaser for having guys listed from 135 all the way to 154 on his hit list. It's good for the goose, it's good for the gander. If you could put me on the hit list, don't start crying when I start calling you out. And that go for all his fans that's arguing about or crying about clout. He already got clout. He just won his most recent fight in phenomenal fashion, spectacular fashion, with a knockout. People still talking about it. He don't need no clout to fake like he gonna fight Devin Haney. And then ultimately, what good does that do you if your sole purpose is to gain clout off of Devin if you're not gonna fight him? The only real way, the true way to get clout off of him is beating him, not calling him out. Calling him out. What do that mean? It's a distraction, Boxing Bill. I'm only responding to support, bro. I'm only responding to support. I'm just ignoring them. I'm gonna keep cooking. So again, it's boxing. If you've been watching boxing for years, you know that's part of the sport. Calling people out. Fighters gonna promote. They're gonna call each other out. They're gonna go back and forth. And sometimes those fights won't come to fruition. But I don't look at Keyshawn as just some clout chaser. If that was the case, then when he got in the ring, he wouldn't handle business. He wouldn't, in all the fights he had, he wouldn't have given up less than 10 total rounds, right? He would be out there getting outboxed, dropped, beat up, struggling in fights. None of that is happening. I think he wiping the competition up. And I think people don't like him because he ain't quiet about it. Everybody ain't gonna be Frank Martin or Jerron Ennis where they don't speak, but they'll get in there and beat your ass, right? But I think Keyshawn is Keyshawn, and I love the energy. I think it's genuine. He a live wire, and you know, I'd rather him be himself than anybody else. So I appreciate the energy because I know when it's time to fight, he gonna do exactly that. He gonna fight his ass off. You know what I'm saying? And I argue he's on the list. Yeah, right. You put him on the list, so he is able to. And the thing is, at that point, is it clout chasing for you because you're not fighting him next? The whole thing is Devin doesn't need clout off no one fighter's name. Nobody never purchased the Devin Haney ticket because he called out anybody, right? They buy his tickets because they know they support him or they want to see him lose. It's either the two. But nobody's buying tickets because of who somebody's calling out. Nobody's going to purchase Keyshawn Davis tickets to his next fight because he went back and forth with Abdullah alone. That's not selling tickets alone. But it's bringing more awareness to your situation. People will probably say, oh, that's the dude that was going back and forth, or he be talking a lot. It's what they're supposed to do. My main thing is if you back it up, you can't cry about it. Back it up. I don't. If Keish, listen, I hear you, Damon. And that's a fact, right? Let me acknowledge what you're saying is a fact. Yes, he could have done that. That is an absolute fact. But you don't have to go through these channels. If that man really wanted to fight, they would negotiate and fight. You won't have to go through a sanctioning body. And again, when a certain somebody went to the sanctioning body, went to the WBC, Damon, nobody respected it and they dismissed it. So now Keyshawn Davis is supposed to turn around and do the same shit that Shakur did that didn't get him no fight. Think about that. Didn't Shakur go to the WBC? Wrote that letter, got the team to write the letter, and what happened? You see? So it's smoke and mirrors. Look, respectfully, I love the Haneys. I rock with them. I support them, but everything they do, I'm just not blinded by it. For me, from my experience, in my opinion, based on what I watch from them, when they want to fight you, they do. There ain't no ands, if, buts about it. They fight. You get me? Usually when you know a fight from the Haneys are not coming, they doing more social media stuff than anything else. And that's not bad because, again, it's promotion. It's keeping your name out there. But again, when it's a lot of social media back and forth, the fights be less likely to happen. You don't believe me? Look at any back and forth that you could remember in time with him and a fighter and tell me, did they fight? And then tell me the ones that he did fight, you see minimal back and forth with, and he fights them. That's just the way it go. So when I seen all of that back and forth with Keyshawn, and I seen that, he's off the list or he's to the back because he called out Lewis Crocker, I already know right then and there, okay, Bill doing exactly what he's supposed to be doing. He's acknowledged him, but he like, look, we gonna play him to the left. He ain't serious, but we ain't thinking about fighting him right now because as Bill stated, he don't have nothing that Devin should want, right? He don't have a title or nothing yet, so we don't got to deal with him. We got a bigger fish to fry, and that would be real. That's not him ducking. It's not him being fake. But again, you're not gonna make moves just because you went back and forth with a guy. You get what I'm saying? The pressure is on the guy that moving up to 47 to make the fight, not the guy that's there. Just think about that. People don't think, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I do, right? Sunchild, shout out to my dog, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna keep building, man. It's no slander, no none of that. Shout out to the Haneys, but that's just what it is. When they go back and forth a lot on social media and there's a lot of interviews, those are the fights that's least likely to happen. Especially when that's all you getting and it's not the teams talking, then you're not getting a fight. He's just doing what he's supposed to do, promoting and letting you know, at least from the public, look, we don't back down from a challenge. If you speak our name, we going, you get me? And I think that's what he do. Know what I mean? Yeah, man. Shout out to the fam in the building. Yeah, I'll let them keep trolling. I ain't blocked nobody yet, but I just don't want nobody typing dumbass shit. Like me picking somebody to beat T.O. doesn't mean I don't support him. Clown. Like, who did I pick to beat the win out of Loma and T.O., which was a much bigger fight, in my opinion. Who did I pick to win that fight? You get me? Who did I pick to win that? So that is just nonsense, man. Y'all people don't hear what y'all want. So you want me to overpraise T.O., a dude that's making excuses for getting beat up now? No, talking about he planned it that way. Get your ass out of here. So, like, again, back to what I was saying. Let's get back to this, man. These are fights you least likely to see. Keyshawn gonna have to make his bones and or possibly earn a title based on what Bill is saying. And without him having anything, it's just a risky fight. And it ain't supposed to be. I mean, it's a dumb risk, right? It's a dumb risk. You get me? But did I pick Loma or T.O.? 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 If I block your weird ass. None of that matters. I don't care. You could pick against somebody. Don't mean you don't support them. Weird ass dude. What's a bigger fight? What was the bigger fight? What's the fight that they don't stop talking about? Lomachenko. How they beat the great Vasil Lomachenko. I picked him to beat him, or what? You wasn't there conveniently for that. Shut your weird ass up. I don't got a dick ride T.O. like you. All right? If you want to come in the chat with T.O. dick in your mouth, then you can do that. But I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Who did I pick? T.O. or Shakur? Who did I pick? T.O. or Shakur? Who did you pick? You picked T.O. You was at the fight, and who won? He got fucking dominated. Shut up. I don't care about who I picked. I picked Shakur to beat T.O., and he damn sure did. He washed him. Now go cry in the car. Shut up. I don't got a dick ride T.O. You want his dick in your mouth? Keep it there. That's me and you different. Shut your ass up. Now listen to some boxing. Little dude, back to what I was saying, back to regular schedule programming. My bad. The Just Do rants will be going off randomly as I see fit through the stream. These weird ass dudes. Like I said, man, tell you to go. Won't you go find a favorite fighter from 35 to 40 to go do something with him? All this hating on the fastest 4-division champion in the history of the sport. Go cry in the car. Go punch the air somewhere else. Cry, baby. Cry, baby. Picking somebody against somebody is not hating, dick eater. Dumbass. Now, this the last time. Now, the next time you out of here. You know what I'm saying? Now, the next time you're out of here. Goofy, man. Nah, I want them out of here. These dudes is goofy. Shut up, Jerry. Shut your old ass up and sit in the back and just listen, man. All right, you old grumpy man. You got an old grumpy man named Jerry. Shut up. Shut up. All right. Just listen to the. He said it just on the corner of the street. Yeah, they gotta shut up a little bit behind the hands. You know, I got to regulate, man. This whole ass dude mad because I don't pick T.O. every fight. I don't give a damn. I picked Josh Taylor to beat him, true. And who else he said? He said somebody else that he was right about. That I said was gonna beat T.O. Who else? Damn, he just said it. I forgot. He made me forget. But I did Josh Taylor and somebody else, but it don't matter. The biggest fight of his career, I think, still is Loma. I was right about that one, and I was right about him losing to Shakur. You get me? Share that. You know what I'm saying? Nah, y'all ain't no OGs. You ain't no OG. You're an old fool. You're not no OG. Just because you, however old you are, and I don't discriminate against no age, just a blessing that you made it. But you're not an OG just because you old. You're not no OG just because you old. You're an old fool. You ain't no OG. Thing is, they pinpoint everything, bro. Sorry, we can't do. Yeah, you every little thing. They be crying, bro. T.O. versus Barbosa. Yeah, Barbosa. I said I thought Barbosa could beat him. I did. I was tripping. Players mess up. You know what I'm saying? Players mess up. But I definitely thought Josh Taylor really was going to beat him. I thought he was mentally not good for Josh Taylor. Barbosa, I think I was just tripping. Shout out to 12 threes. Appreciate the gifts. Shout out to my dog, man. Y'all make sure y'all send the gifts. Support the channel. Let's keep rocking. Yeah, I did. For Barbosa, I picked Barbosa and I picked Josh Taylor. So I was wrong. I was wrong twice. But I picked him to beat Loma and then I picked Shakur to beat him. So what are we talking about? Right? That mean I hate him? Again, picking against somebody mean you hate him? That's stupid. Never thought Barbosa had a chance. I said he was fool. Yeah, you did. I didn't know he was that slow, though. And I didn't know he was going to fight in first gear and never even, I thought he was going to do more than that. Look how he looked in his last fight against Kenneth Sims. He fought like he had some confidence, but I think a lot of how he fought against T.O. was T.O. beating the confidence up out of him. So he definitely handled his business. Yeah, but he not really saying no. He just saying dumb shit. Like that doesn't explain you hating on somebody. You gotta say what hate is. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to get you to say what hate is. That's not hate. Me picking against somebody. That's not. You're not making no point. Thought Barbosa and Taylor was gonna get him. Yeah, I thought Taylor was gonna get him. I thought he was mentally cooked when against Taylor for real. He wasn't good at all. He wasn't good. We got an old man. We got an AARP member in the chat. T.O. creative, yeah. Kenny Jr. too straightforward. Yeah, man. I just expected a different fight even from Kenny though. But Barbosa fought like he wanted to win. He looked different, but wonder was that going up the weight to 47. But nah, I think T.O. will beat him anywhere. I just don't think he's good enough to beat T.O. He ain't athletic enough to keep up with him. He just can't. The times I watch Key versus Ortiz and Shakur versus T.O., you stupid. Reef watching him beat the ass. Taylor was fried going into that fight. Yeah, I think I think once he won undisputed and he had took that time off and he kind of like over celebrated, I think that was the beginning and the end for Josh Taylor. He just never looked like the same fighter. Never looked like the same fighter after that. And I think I always thought Jack Catterall should have got the nod against him. I thought he beat him. And just didn't work in his favor at all. He looked slow. He looked lost in there at times. And then T.O. was playing with him. He really styled on. He was styling on Barbosa, foot taps and shit. I was like, yeah, he acting crazy. Somebody just in the back. Did somebody just click the link? Who was that in the back? Somebody was just in the back? Or am I tripping? Tell him to say too hard of a break. Yeah, I think so too. Shout out to my bro Mike Magic. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, Tio was feeling good. I think he took too long of a break too, and it's like he celebrated, and it's like undisputed. I guess it had to be. No, it's in my community section. That's why I said that. Some people be knowing, but I think it was like the pinnacle of the sport for him. At least he did get undisputed right before he decided to kind of lose, I don't know, focus, if you will, right? You know what I mean? But once he over celebrated and came back, he just didn't look like the same dude. So yeah, shout out to 12 threes. Nah, we good. Hell nah. I know how to make sure they don't get up there too. Nah, you got to put that picture up on the ass so they can't see it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah. I think get more time with Shakur. That's Howard, man. I think that is a good fight. I was talking about it. I think it's a good fight for him to fight. More tie is cool. You know what I'm saying? He can get in there and give him a scrap. Like I said, he with it. He called him out. He said he'd fight him, and I believe him. And I think Robert Garcia is believing his fighter enough to put him in there. I do. The opportunity present itself. Hopefully they line it up. I think that's the most likely because he said it. I don't know why. I just feel like that one could happen. I ain't hearing about nothing at 40 and nothing else at 35. So hopefully that is a good fight. I mean, it is the fight because it's a good one. Super Bowl. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It was it. The NBA, the championship, right? That was it. That was like the pinnacle of the sport. And he was like, I did it all. And then it's like he still has some more in him, but shit ain't hit the same. My record. I think they're gonna put him in there with Zepeda. Let's see if they order that. I mean, they did order the fight. Let's see if they actually put it together. But we'll see, man. So like I said, y'all, core exposed. I think the fact that Ryan Garcia really didn't want no fight. We not surprised. We not surprised. And like I said, I'm hearing talks about him possibly fighting Teofimo. Shakur said he already had a fight lined up, and he probably do. So Ryan, I told you, some people just enjoy the promotion that come with these fights, even though they don't got to participate in them. You know what I mean? But you notice people are so loud and crying about him saying something about going to 47 years ago. They more mad about that than Ryan currently saying he was going to go to 44 and then 40. See what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I just think he know that's a risky fight. If Shakur is easy, like he said, then he will fight him at 144. I'm not trying to hear it. He will stand on something that he said and just get him out the way. It'll be the best win on his career, right? The best win on his resume by far. So I don't think he wanted that fight. I don't think he ever wanted to fight. And we not go. As a result, I'm not surprised we're not seeing it. But I think Shakur could do exactly what he's doing, focusing on the two weight classes and see if anybody gonna come get their issue, right? Y'all not gonna come get y'all issue. I don't want to hear nobody keep crying, bro. You know what I'm saying? About what he doing. Go fight him. You know what I'm saying? And let's keep rolling, bro. So y'all seen the reports about we was talking about this the last week with Boots and Xander. And now it's seeming like it's more of a real thing or more possibility. I had to throw the question mark in there for, just to be on the safer side. I ain't saying for sure, but he's saying Camp 24 underway. This fight need to happen. He looked like sitting up there looking like a Hispanic golden lord and shaped like hell. But this is a fight that need to happen. It should happen. I heard that Xander Zayas told his team behind the scenes this is the fight that he want. He want to fight Boots. So much respect to Xander. I know a lot of people was ready to write him off and say, man, I don't think he's going to take it. But from what I heard, they say he is behind the scenes telling his team actively that that's the fight that he want with Boots Ennis. And they saying that both sides are optimistic that a deal could be made. And I'm going to tell you, I thought I had a clip with one of them explaining that. But I'm going to tell you what else made me feel like that this is what's going on. Now, I could be wrong because, fighters is cryptic, especially Boots. He don't like to say shit. But saying a little bit sometimes is saying a lot, right? So you see Xander Zayas say Camp 24 underway. And then he got the boot. He got the boot right there. He got the boot right there. You know what I'm saying? I just noticed that just now. I swear I did not pay attention to the emoji. That's what it looked like. Is that the boot emoji? Boot smoke? Like what he's saying? Ghetto Fab, what it do? But this is what made me feel like on top of seeing this, then Boots respond with just this on his IG, and you know, my ninja, and he like, okay. So I said, hey man, I'm feeling like they try and get us to fight, child. I think shout out to Xander, man. That's why I be reserving judgment for trying to call these fighters ducks, because if you wait a while, the truth always comes out. I'm telling you. And they said this dude behind the scenes actively saying that that's the fight he want. And remember, I was asking the question in the last live stream when I was talking about Boots and Xander possibly fighting. I was saying, you know, which one of these dudes gonna want to fight Boots? Who gonna answer that bell? Like who gonna say, yo, I want to fight Boots? And I got my answer. Blaze, what it do? I got my answer. They said it's Xander. Xander is actively behind the scenes, pushing for this fight. And we know Boots. I believe in him. I always have. You get the young phenom an opportunity at 2 belts. I think he gonna take that shit. So I think we might got a good fight on the way. We might got a good fight on the way. Respect to Xander if he take Boots fight. Yeah. Behind the hands, they said he actively pushing for that joint. I'm like, I like, man. I like what you doing, G. I like what you're doing, man. I like it. So I mean, you know, this is I would guess that this is what's coming up. Hold on, let me I don't know whatever change they made to Instagram, but I know I don't like it at all. Not one bit. I do not like it, bro. So he said Camp 24 underway. Let me see. Saying still. Boots, no por favor, Xander. Boots. What the hell that mean? Boots and whoever puts me in front. What the hell? Man, you fighting Boots or not, man? But I would assume, man, if you in camp, you gotta have somebody. But I don't know what he's trying to say with all this little subliminal stuff. But look, I just want to see fights, bro. I want to see fights, good ones too. Get a big fight announcement for real, like right now. Yeah, man, that'd be perfect, man. That'd be perfect, man. Take Josh Kelly to Dodge or Ortiz to go another way. Yeah, man. Yeah, I see some of his comment section ill will. It looked like they was asking him about Boots, and I know one of his posts says something Boots or whoever they put in front of me, something to that effect he put up there. But with that emoji, you can't put that emoji and think people don't think it's Boots. That sound like that's Jerron Ennis, B. That sound like Jerron Ennis right there, B. Sound like Boots Ennis to me. So look, he in camp, he putting in some work. Boots posted the Denzel photo. You know, it's cryptic, but to me, it just feel like they indirectly, you know, talking to each other. You know what I'm saying? Xander looking like a golden lord. You know what I'm saying? Hispanic, golden, Latino, golden lord. You know what I'm saying? He in there working, and then you got Boots working.
A person who works with their hands is a laborer. A person who works with their hands and their brain is a craftsman. A person who works with their hands, their brain, and their heart is an artist. Be an artist.
So there you go. I just want to see it. Look, it looked like it's lining up, bro. I know a lot of times these fighters that throw little hints and little stuff, and they don't be wanting to give it away, but it seemed like that's the direction. That's the last fight I heard about. Mike Coppinger said like he's pushing for it. Both teams are optimistic. So hopefully we get an official announcement sooner than later. But this is the fight we need. I think this could, in a way, make up for him not getting a Virgil fight, especially getting a chance at 2 titles. And I think it allows things to be put in perspective, because if Boots gets this fight next and or wins it, I know a lot of people going to expect him to. There's no reason in the world why people shouldn't be beating down his door to want to fight a unified champion. So Xander did his thing. I respect him. He young. There's a lot of people that still question this dude if he really legit like that. But pushing for Boots, win, lose, or draw, you legit to me. Pushing for Boots is legit to me. And I just want to see. I'm here for it, man. I want to see I want to see this guy get in there, and I think he will. Like I said, man. So good fight, but man, Boots gonna be a whole different challenge for this dude. But Xander's got good fundamentals, good technique. He can box. Athletic guy, got good footwork and stuff. He could make this fight interesting. I don't think it got to be like no blowout, no whitewash, because Xander Zayas can fight. But he had a particular fight with somebody a couple fights back, or a fight or two ago, and I just didn't like the way he was responding when he got hit. Like he doing a lot of time. He looked uncomfortable, but I know Boots gonna bring it in there, and that shit gonna be an interesting, entertaining fight. Young Xander is a dog. I know he believes in himself. Obviously, with him pushing for a fight, he got to be hungry. Got to be hungry. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't sitting up talking about I want Boots and going to their team saying, yo, that's the fight I want. Not everybody is doing that, and we know it. So if Xander's eyes is the guy that's doing it, the respect I got for him goes up through the window, man, through the roof, should I say? You know what I'm saying? It goes up for him, man. I respect it. Because I know this is looked at as one of the toughest fights that you could take easily in the division. And like I said before, for him to be so willing to put his titles up on the line and not play that weak-ass card that, well, he don't got something that I want, so I ain't going to fight him. He ain't doing that. He like, bro, I'll fight him. I'll fight Boots. So, like I said, I got my question answered as to who going to step up and actually want to fight this dude. And I think it speak volumes about his character, bro. So look, let's see it. I'm here for it, y'all. I'm here for it. Xander's becoming defensive since the comp got harder. Yeah, I seen him look a little bit hesitant in spots. Yeah, the blonde hair, I don't know what that is. I mean, for those that know, I don't know how far y'all know, but I hate that. I hate when they do that. I never understood, like, out of all the things to do, why is that the go-to color? That blonde stuff. Like that shit just super weird to me. It's a little strange, but whatever. You know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, man, he fight Boots. I rock with it. I could rock with this. They was targeting, I think, June. Did it say June 6th? People saying Madison Square Garden potentially for this. Y'all heard Todd DeBuff throw that venue out there, I think, New York. You know what I mean? Early in the earlier interview. And like I said, Mike Coppinger dropped the info and said Xander is actively pursuing this fight. So I think we might have one. Boots might have an op, man. So I hope it is Xander, bro. But we ain't gonna be here too much longer, y'all. Shout out to Xander. I respect what he doing. I want to see the fight. You giving us fights we want to see. Like I said, for Shakur, go to 135 or 140, whichever order, and make good fights. You know what I mean? I really hope we get a Muay fight. It's a champion. It's a credible name. He coming off the biggest win of his career against Andy Cruz. Let's see if they do line it up, what he's able to do. A lot of people feel like Court ducking him. Let's see it. You know what I mean? I'm here for it. Well, let's keep rolling. I did want to touch on Najee, and shout out to my guy Najee from Cigar Talk. He did an interview with Tiger Johnson. Tiger Johnson, obviously has spoke. I guess this is the first interview I've seen from him since that situation happened. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, so I'm gonna play some of that because I heard some people talking about it. They was on Tiger Helmet a little bit about this. I don't know. I ain't watch it, y'all, so this is gonna be the first time. Not catch it live, but we still gonna review it, man. We're gonna get to it, man. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button, y'all. All right, let's get this up. Let's get this joint up. Xander, I wonder how much his movement could present an issue for Boots. I just wonder how much of his movement could really present an issue, because he is a guy that could be in and out, boxing and moving. No, he's not gonna stand still. And I think it would be stupid for him to even attempt to trade. So I think boxing and trying to move and present a different look, changing levels and stuff would be ideal fighting a Boots Ennis. That's just my thoughts, right? Early thoughts on it. But, taking chances, you leave yourself open. You subjected to counters and getting caught with something nasty. Xander don't got no crazy game-changing power. I think Boots really is a dog. I think it'll show in their fight, but I hope that this is the one that's going next, man. I don't know where else Boots fights if he don't get this one. You know what I mean? If he don't get this one, Virgil Ortiz is going to be on the sideline. He ain't fighting nobody, let alone Boots. So I just guess, you know, in boxing, you just got to keep it moving, bro. And I hope that, and I think this fight allows him to do exactly that. It allows the Boots to keep it moving and not just stay stuck on one fight. And then, it's, like I said, in a strange way, it's kind of makes up for not getting Virgil. Because you fight a unified champion and the Virgil fight is still there whenever his legal issues is put to bed, right? So that's still a makeable fight, in my opinion. And then you got Top Rank dealing with the zone, right? So it seemed like now would be the time to pull the trigger on one of those fights. I think it would be an epic fail for boxing. I don't know exactly who to blame, but I'll just say all parties involved would be an epic fail. They don't get boxing one of those fights, and one of them is already off the table. So the only one left is Boots and what's his name? Boots and Zayas. And like I said, it sound more possible already because you ain't hearing a lot of like mixed messages. You hearing directly that the fighter want this. So a lot of times if that's the case, and they go into the team demanding it, they probably won't get in his way. Maybe they'll let him do it. Got Kelly in the UK. Yeah, they're going to hate that. They're going to trash him. That's the Red PR. You know, that's baseball classic. Said his bro said in comment, PIA tour. There, yeah, man. So look, yeah, that, you know, that's Boots shit right there, LOL. I hope that's it, yo. I really do. But like I said, what else could that mean with Boots? You know, his little cryptic posting ass. He remind me of Earl with that. Earl. You know what I'm saying? Like, what else could he be talking about? You know, like at this time, like while he posting the camp underway, and then you see Boots, the video of Boots in the gym too. So I'm like, yeah, put him in the casket, y'all. Put him in the casket tour. Facts. Man, so look. It's a good one, man. It's a good one. As long as Xander doesn't try to walk down Boots, he got a chance. Yeah, he got a box, Ray. I'm with you. He got boxing.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well, well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, if he don't box, he in trouble. He don't box, he in trouble big time. You know what I'm saying? He definitely got a box and change levels, presented different looks, and don't be a stationary target. You standing in front of Boots could always be dangerous, man. Yeah, shout out to Howard. Yeah, I think he could, you know, I think he's, you know, I just think the 54 could be the division where he gained the most respect throughout his career. I think 47 is behind him. Obviously now it's up to 54. And I think with the opportunities that could be there and the challenges that's there, I think it could solidify Boots in a way that a lot of us supporters of his want to see. Like, because you got to think, and I know y'all feeling like me. I know y'all tired of hearing Boots' hype. I know y'all tired of hearing it. I'm sick and tired of hearing that shit. I just think he's so far past and beyond that. But I do understand slightly, right, when you don't have those specific names that resonate with the people to kind of gauge what you really are as a talent. So, like I said, I think 47 is history now. He did what he was able to do there. Now he got another opportunity in the division that's deeper than the one that he just left. So, like I said, I think 54 is where Boots really make and solidify his name. And it's going to start with Xander Zayas. Respect to him. It's a good fight. What I don't know, call it 50-50 on paper. I don't know, but whatever. I want to see it. Good fight. Good style clash, good matchup. You got two hungry young fighters. Xander's one of the youngest champions in the game. He want to prove himself. Obviously, stepping up to Boots, so you gotta want to prove yourself. So let's see it, man. What more could we say? Come on, boxing, let's deliver. They fumbled the Virgil situation, and this will make up for it for sure. And like I said, it allows Boots to move the needle in a big way and all in one fight. If you're able to capture 2 belts, now you 50% there. Get what I'm saying, y'all? Get what I'm saying? So, and then look, you got Fundora. Then Fundora say he'll fight Boots. If he beat Keith, ain't that the other belts? I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. Sound perfect, man. I mean, in a perfect world, bro, I would love to see it go that way. That man get a chance to compete for them belts. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see Keith beat Fundora and set up him in a Boots fight. I ain't gonna lie to you, man, but we'll see. Andorra gonna be dangerous for Keith, and if this happens, Boots I think is dangerous for Xander. But we respect it. Let's see, young lion. Let's see it. You really willing to go in there and fight this man? Respect to him, man. He ain't trying to babysit his title. You don't see that a lot with fighters. He ain't trying to like, give me a hometown fight. I want to fight in Puerto Rico. Let me pick this. Like, you get me? Like, he wants smoke. And I'm like, oh, okay, Xander, that's how you want it. Lord said Virgil in September. He better shut up about Virgil. No, that's over. He said he'd fight Boots. But no, that's over with, though. You get what I'm saying? Like Virgil, I think you could take Virgil off the schedule for the rest of the year. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Y'all see Virgil coming back rest of the year? Maybe they figure it out after a fight or something, a big fight happened or something. Maybe they trying to see what happened with Boots in another fight too. You get me? So that's the only reason I ain't include Virgil in that ill will, because I figure he's sidelined right now, right? He, they they got him, what it's called? Shout out to Najee too, man. But yeah, Eddie made this happen. I'm like, ain't they bad to say I'm tired? But look, he trying. He said it's gonna be a big fight. Hopefully, this is that big fight. He said, regardless of the name, he can't say, but this is the talk. This is the latest talk. See, Virgil say I'm down. Yeah, Fandor say you want Virgil for ring belt. Yeah. But I know he mentioned something about Boots in there too. Maybe not in that same sit down that you speaking about. But Fandor pretty much like he'd fight whoever, right? But I'm just saying, if he were to pull it off, and keep the belt with Virgil being sidelined, if you get me, if Boots and Xander get made, Boots win that fight, man. That seemed like the perfect fight to me. You get what I'm saying? Even though we know boxing just don't make shit that simple, but I could only hope that they do pull the trigger on that one. You know what I'm saying? I really do, because I just want that man to get his just due for real. Like I said, ain't nothing more annoying to me now in boxing than constantly hear people question the legitimacy of Boots Ennis, right? And if he really one of them guys, I just think it's obvious. But I think, again, I understand people wanting to see him in there with those folks, and that's only going to prove it more, though. You know what I'm saying? When it's all said and done, it's only going to solidify Boots more, just like I've been saying for the longest, bro. He's going to be one of them ones. And I feel like when faced with better opposition, he'll shine. Butcher was good with it, bro. He'll shine. That's just what I think. I feel like, because when you look at what you're seeing in him, it's not a lot he can't do at a high level. Everybody got some flaws, but how many people that you got being able to take advantage of those flaws to the point where they're able to beat them and really give them trouble, right? So we know Boots is a guy that don't lose a lot of rounds, and he even in the fight with Karen, where people will say he struggled, I don't see how you could struggle a fight where you went damn near every round. You know what I'm saying? So I just think he need the right dance partners, just like anybody else. You know what I mean? To make these great fights that we talking about, we need great dance partners. And fortunately for boxing and Boots, I think he in a division where he could pick a bit, right? You got quality matchups throughout the division. It's just a matter of getting these guys to agree to terms, y'all being able to get on the same page and just make the fights. That's all. You know what I mean? But again, before I play this, big shout out to Xander, bro, for being a young champion that's not coddling and babysitting his belt, that's really trying to challenge itself, bro. And a lot of guys don't do that. But Boots and Fandor would be big, Mike. They would, bro. And it'd be a great fight. So he in that position. And that's why I say I think that makes the fight that much more appetizing that Boots is a unified champion. You get what I'm saying? Now nobody should have no reason that if you calling yourself a dog and you within an earshot of a title shot, nobody should be saying they don't want to fight him. That should attract them. It's like bees to honey, right? Like those two titles would be like honey, and the rest of the division at 54 is the bees, man. Go get that honey, man. You got two, you know what I mean? You got two pots of honey. The pots of honey being the damn belts, bro. Go get y'all's. You know what I'm saying? I should want to fight. Shouldn't be no more overpricing yourself and pricing yourself. It shouldn't be no more of that. It should be y'all coming to the table and making fights with a guy that a lot of y'all would want the boxing world to believe that y'all not scared of and that y'all can beat. So it's no better way to prove that than to take advantage of this shot when you get it and show us. I don't want each single person jumping. I know you. I believe him too, yeah. I really do. I believe him, Fate. Let's get to it. Shout out to Najee from Cigar Talk. I hit that like over there from my boy. Let's listen to some.
What's up, my boy? It was good.
Chilling, man. How you?
Yo, I'm smooth, man. Yo, listen, I'm glad we finally getting a chance to do this. I feel like we was trying to put something together for the longest time, and I'm glad we finally get a chance to do this. We're gonna have to really do the in-person sit down, though.
No, I'm already knowing. Hell yeah. We were supposed to do it last time we was here, man.
I know, man. It's like I feel like every time we try to do it, something come up or some shit going on. Like it been crazy, man. First of all, how you been, man? Talk to me, man. How are you? Like the person, not the boxer, the person.
Shit, I'm Gucci, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't call it, man. You know, staying busy, man. Staying in shape.
All right. Some big news has hit the airwaves, the boxing waves. They said Top Rank has announced that they have now a TV deal, a long-standing TV deal with DAZN. When you heard that news, what was your thoughts? How did you feel when you heard that news?
Shit, I was excited. Shit. I'm like, shit, hell yeah.
Do you feel like, I mean, because you've been on Top Rank, right? So you've been there when it was ESPN. Did you have like, do you got a preference? Are you like, man, I would have rather been on ESPN or I'd rather be on Top Rank? I mean, I'd rather, you kind of like, it is what it is.
No, I mean, I feel like by us going with DAZN, that's where everybody at. So I feel like we all in the same room now. So I think a lot of fights is gonna be easy to make now since we all on the same side of the platforms. You know what I mean? Because like,
yeah, I agree. Because I feel like the networks kind of get it. You know, the networks make fights harder to make when it's like cross networks. So now that everybody under one roof, damn near, I feel like we should be able to get them fights, bro.
Yeah. So I think
said that before. They should. Top Rank on DAZN and Golden Boy been there, bro. Come on, what we doing? Like all these fights. Think about it. That's both of the big fights for Boost. That's both Virgil with Golden Boy. That's already over there, and then you got Xander Zayas with Top Rank. There's no excuse for the fights not being put together now. It's less of a side of the street excuse. I don't want to hear it, and I know nobody else do. Make the fights, bro. Tiger versus B. Norman wouldn't be bad, Sonny. Blunt Sports, my dog, man. Yeah, it's me, man. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? Let's keep rolling.
There's gonna be a lot of good fights to be made with all the with all the promotions being together.
Okay. What did you know that they was gonna go to DAZN? Like, did the DAZN people tell you, like, yo, Tiger, this is what we about to do? Or did you find out like how we found out?
Shit, I found out the same day y'all found out. We all was just like, you know what I mean? I actually like I was guessing that we was gonna go back to ESPN, but shit, I was just as surprised as everybody else.
Well, how was it though for you fighting on it? Because they had you, Top Rank, they kept their guys busy, even though y'all was, y'all didn't have the TV deal. You fought on Pro Box on your last card. How was that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like fighting on another card, does that change anything, or it's kind of like same shit?
I mean, to be honest, it was kind of like it was more like a chip on my shoulder for like how everybody was like downing me for fighting Flash. Like they were saying that I was gonna lose. You know, it was like it was a lot of negative comments being made towards me when that fight got announced. I was excited. You know what I'm saying? We fight for the NABO. And when I got the call and it was like, yo, you gonna fight Flash for the NABO and shit. I was excited. I'm like, hell yeah, you feel me? But I started seeing like the whole world was damn near against me type shit. You feel me? So I'm like, damn, like where this shit coming?
We wasn't Tiger. That's cause people be having feelings, man. They be having allegiances to fighters where they almost make the opposition their opposition, and it's weird. Anybody was rooting against Tiger for the Nicholas Flowers fight, I get it, but I don't. Right? Like I get Flowers could fight a bit, but Tiger, I definitely believe in his skill set and talent. He showed it. Y'all remember that's the day I made that rumor up. I said, yeah, Tiger must have gotten an argument with his girl or something right before this fight, bro. Took it out on Nicholas Flowers. and said Nicholas Flowers must have talked about his dead folk or something, bro. Must have talked about his mom, a bad your mom joke. Like he said something to Tiger, because ain't no way that man was out there putting the hands, feet, fingers, and toes on him like that. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna put that rumor out. I'm just gonna assume that he talked about his mom or something. I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, he said his girl or something. He did something wild. The Tiger got in there, bro, and started beating Buddy ass, man. That was one of the sharpest, I think the sharpest performance I seen from him. Power was there, everything was there. He beat the hell out of Nicholas Flowers that day, man. That was bad, man. Man, he kicked his ass. Let's keep rolling, man. Shout out to Tiger. Yeah, I don't know where all that hate was coming from. I said, yeah, they must have did that, you know. So, you know, you put the stick on your shoulder and you say you knock it off. That's the dead foe. He must have did that in the back. Something. I don't know what happened, but something. Tiger must have got back. He must be going through a breakup or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? This girl must have split. Like, I'm telling you, high school sweetheart or something. Because the way he fought with it on his mind and he took it out on him, man, he was beating that boy ass in there. I was like, yeah, so that kind of ferocity. Yeah, he probably argued with his girl, probably split up for the time being. He went out there and kicked his ass. Said, Ty, that's why I wanted Najee to ask him, like, what was on your mind with that fight? Because, bro, yeah, I swear if I could get Tiger up here, I'm gonna say, what he said something about your people. Like, what happened? Like, he said your girl. Like, we said something wild, didn't he? I know he did, because you went there. It's like, man, I'm beating his ass. Bro, Tiger was locked in, bro. I love that performance from him, bro. Oh, you thought Flowers was gonna win? Yeah, man. Look, he can fight because he game, man. I know you like dogs, Mike, and Nicholas Flowers showed in a couple different occasions that he got that dog in him. So I understood it. Like, it's not, you know, saying that he couldn't have pulled it off, but Tiger was sharp as hell, wasn't he? Man, yeah, he had them pro box fights. That's why I got on to him at too. That's why I discovered him. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep rolling.
Yeah.
So, I was locked in, man. Like I just felt like my back was against the wall. Like I just had so much to prove. Like I had a chip on my shoulder. I'm like, man, I'm kill this
about
nigga,
your
man.
girl. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Hey,
He said
you
something crazy.
you came to watch me.
I was there. I was there live. Hold up. Let me read a couple of these super chats real quick before we. Steve-O, I hope Ray J play with Tiger Johnson. What? Yo, come on, man. What's up with you,
Ray
bro?
J?
Yeah, this guy's a type of weirdo shit as you want.
I hate weird people,
Hunter on the Hunt says, salute Tiger for standing 10 toes. That was some hoe shit that happened with the Haneys. Real talk.
Oh yeah, you know that shit ain't about nothing, man. Y'all know where I come from, man.
Yo, salute Hunter. Thank you for the super chat, bro. We're gonna get to that too. We're gonna get to that. We gotta ask everything today. We're gonna get to that. But let's hold up. Let me ask you about this because, like I said, I was there. You, Flies. I remember, like I said, I was on this chat. We had that day. I remember it was the day before. We probably had about 400 or 500 people in the chat, and a lot of people were saying they thought you was gonna lose. They was like, "Nah, man, Flies gonna beat him." Blah blah blah. Why do you think that you kind of get slept on? Why? Why do you think?
I mean, I think it's more so because I feel like I kind of had like a little up and down start. You know what I mean? When I first turned pro, I came in at I started at 147, but I wanted to try to go to 140 first, and I tried to do that, but it didn't work out, and it affected my performances. I had like I wasn't consistent with my performances. You know what I mean? And
Right. That's true.
a lot of people couldn't see how good I was, or
That's true. That was one of the biggest critiques. People were saying you see the talent and the flashes, but like they need to see him be more consistent with the performance. I remember one fight, couple fights back, his trainer was getting on his ass, and I know just seeing how he performed now, with being up at 47, it made me feel like everything that like he was being told to do, and the reason he wasn't doing it is because I don't know if he was capable of, man. Like he probably was having tough weight cuts. You get what I'm saying? And that's why a lot of times when guys allow their bodies to breathe and they really talented, you see it immediately. And I think that's why everybody's like, oh shit, what's this? Where this Tiger been? At 140, killing himself probably. You know what I'm saying? So, and I get it's not people, fans are strange. They say it's about like, you know, trying to, I don't know, because you scary. And I don't think it'd be the case. I think dudes be trying to maximize on the weight classes that they're able to perform at, get the experience, and gradually keep going up. And sometimes those plans don't work out, but you see, like once he finally made that step up, it made all the sense in the world, right? Cecil was good with it, bro. It made all the sense in the world for him to go up and get that smoke at 47. Now he's in a position where he can make some fights and don't got to worry about his performances being compromised by tough weight cuts. Because you hate to see that, but it's a real thing. But fans ain't gonna really give you no leeway on that, right? They're gonna say, "Oh, you should have went up." So I'm glad he did. So this don't have to be a reason no more.
See the potential, so I could get why a lot of people, had they doubt. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I get better and better each fight. Niggas seen what I did my last fight. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? But I just had to prove to everybody, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, nigga, I'm at 47 now. Like, y'all about to see a whole different version of me. Like, y'all about to see a whole different, comfortability. I'm gonna be a lot stronger. Y'all gonna see everything. You know what I mean? And that's what I showed last Monday.
And real quick, that's what you seen from him. I like when fighters say things and you actually see it. You hear that a lot. I'm gonna be bigger, faster, stronger, this and that. But you see that with him. He always has speed, so he looked every bit as fast, but he looked stronger. He looked more fluid, right? More efficient. Just put forth a much more complete performance. He had answers. Like, this is the kind of performance that his coach was looking for a couple fights ago, right? And I know he switched trainers, but he had no drop off in his performance. Like, he looked better than he ever did, I think. So that's what he's capable of, I think, at his absolute best. And at this weight class, like I said, where you ain't got to kill yourself, I think we got a much better chance of seeing consistent performances like this. They ain't all got to be knockouts, right? But I think he's capable of putting forward more outcomes like this, man. I think he could beat guys' ass because he got it. Got the talent, skills, speed, got good power, good punch selection, right? He defensively sound. He got pedigree. He's well schooled, right? He seems coachable as well, and he subtly improves from fight to fight. That's what kind of fighter you want. So I like Tiger, man. I like where he at right now.
I agree with you. I feel like you have had some up and down performances, even though you were getting the wins, but there was some performances just, the expectations of you are high, right? People are like, yo, this guy's want to see him dominate. So there was some performances that I feel like you had that was like, it was okay, but we felt like your level could have been higher. When you're at 140, what's the difference for you between 140 and 147? What's the difference in the way that you feel?
Well, and if for the people that kept up with me, like everybody know that I was a welterweight 152 in amateurs. Like I've been at 152 since 2018. So I haven't seen 140 since 2018. So when I turned pro and tried to make that I tried to go down to 140 and see if I could, just what I'm saying, just to see what I could do and shit. It didn't go out. It didn't go as planned. You feel me? So I'm like,
do you feel weak or something? Like, is it like your body feels weaker trying to cut down the weight like that?
Man, it was bad, man. Like, it just got worse and worse as time went on. Because as I was getting to 140, I was doing catch weights, fighting 44, 43. So by the time it was time to get to 140, like, it was bad, man. Like, I was like, hell no. Like, my last fight at 40, I'm like, man, that's it. I'm going back up. You know what I mean? And it was I got a lot more comfortable. I got my power back. I was, what I'm saying, my body just felt great. You feel me? Like everything I needed is I'm a 47 pounder, man. That's where I'm at. You know what I mean?
You feel comfortable at 47, or you still got
yeah, for sure.
If he turns pro at 47 now, you will be respected and comfortable by now. Yeah, I think he'd possibly be further along. Yeah, I hear him. He just wanted to see what he can do down there. He tried, see how it worked out for him. It was too tough. And I'm glad he made the decision before he ended up looking like a skeleton on the scale and or like losing because of it, right? So I think it hindered certain performances, but I think he was talented enough to still pull out those wins. But I think now moving up, obviously with more breathing room and less of a weight cut, now we can see the better version of him, what he really capable of doing. Shout out to the professor, Ant McQueen, my dog. What's good with it, bro?
No, I'm good. I'm Gucci.
Okay. Let me read the super chat. The lighter says Tiger is easy work for Rohan Polanco.
He don't want to fight me for real.
Oh, hold up. Why you say that though? Because that's a good fight. I ain't gonna lie. You and Rohan Polanco is a good fight, bro.
Yeah,
Najee.
it would be.
Yeah.
I would do him bad, bro.
Yeah, you would do it bad. But Tiger, he
I
got
would
some
do
skills
him bad,
too, though.
bro.
Rohan got some skills too, though.
No, he can fight. I give him that, but look who he look how he look against the niggas he's fighting. He's fighting niggas that's coming to lay down, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like, who can't see that?
He could fight. I like Polanco.
Do you feel like that's a fight that is on the horizon? Because y'all are two guys, y'all are in similar positions where it's like y'all are contenders that both want belts. Do you think that that's a possibility that y'all could get it on as contenders, or you feel like that's a fight y'all both got to get belts for that to happen?
I mean, I've been said I wanted to fight him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, whether if we gonna have a contender fight or, you know, fight for a vacant or whatever the hell, you know what I'm saying, shit is lined up for, I've been said I wanted to fight. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
But why they keep acting like they be trying to say you ducking them? I see people saying that too.
I don't know why they saying that. And, you know, Polanco, him and his team, they put out a false narrative saying they sent me a contract. Nigga, I did an interview with Mill City. We called his manager. He didn't answer. And I'm pretty sure he was watching the interview. We called that nigga like 5 times. He didn't answer. They never sent nothing, man. They just, like, they damn near looking for clout or some shit. I don't know.
Hold on, they said they sent you a contract? They said they sent you a contract?
Yeah, in the interview, well, that's what Mill City said. You feel me? He said supposedly he talked to his team and they said they sent me a contract. Man, fuck out of here, nigga. I don't duck no word.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it'd be a lot of misinformation out there and people putting out false narratives, bro. Like trying to make it seem like they fighters scarier than what they are. I like this dude's skill set and talent, man. I think him and Rohan Polanco will be a really good one. Yeah, that's the 50-50 type fights that you want to see, man. I like them both, man. I think Tiger got some really good speed, bro. Got some really good speed, good reflexes, man. I like this dude. He got named Tiger for a reason because he sharp as hell, fast as hell in there, swift. You know what I'm saying? That was a complete performance, man. Like Rohan got some solid performances too, but I know what Tiger is talking about. Like sometimes you watch him, you feel like he could do more. It's kind of like Tiger. That's why it's a perfect fight. They kind of like, sometimes it's more than what meets the eye. And you just want to see it. You know they're capable, but I think they both kind of got that. I think Tiger's roughest moments could potentially be behind him performance-wise in terms of like being hindered by, having to kill yourself in the gym.
Yeah, we don't know about them other platforms though. Some of them be capping.
Yeah, man, I don't know, man. But we called that nigga manager. He ain't answer.
Okay, all right. Salute for the super chat. Matt Borgeson, I wish you could fight for a title now, but given the current climate at welterweight, I'd love to see you fight Polanco or Karen. I don't know how to pronounce the last. Chukazayan. Yeah, you know Karen.
Oh yeah, the Karen dude. Yeah,
he fought Boots. What you think about Karen?
Yeah. He can fight. Yeah, that's the Russian dude, right? Or like he from Kazakhstan or something like that.
Yeah, one of those stands.
Yeah, he a tough dude. Yeah,
one of them stands. Najee crazy.
Okay, salute Felix Nunez. What you feel you need to do to put yourself in dev fight?
Dang.
Oh, in a dev fight?
Yeah.
Climb the rankings. You know what I mean? Just pretty much just climb the rankings and shit. You know what I mean? He already a world champion, so I just gotta keep winning, man, and get myself up there. You know how this shit go.
Nah, for sure. Tiger said on Broadway Joel show that he won't fight Rohan because he doesn't have enough followers.
Because he doesn't have enough followers?
Yeah, they saying that you said that on my man Broadway Joel show.
I didn't say I won't fight him because he don't have enough followers. I just mentioned he don't have enough followers. Like he don't have a lot of. I just mentioned he don't have a lot of followers. You know what I mean? I never said no to the fight.
Right.
Yeah, people got.
You know what I mean? I never said no. I won't fight him. I've been said I wanted to fight him.
Why? Like I'm telling you, yo, I don't think, I think all this scary stuff is come from these new fans because they saw it in real life. That's why they think that way. They think everybody's scared of everybody. Like you let them tell it. Everybody is scared of everybody. Like, bro, damn, yes, dudes trying to make money. Yes, dudes, they going choose paths that allow them to grow develop, and then take the tougher challenges. People are crazy. They think that these promoters and these managers' job is to put their fighters in the most dangerous fights possible. That's not how they move, bro. That's why people move it so they get developed, built, and then you start putting them in them fights when you feel like they're ready. But every fight can't be a killer either. That's why I'm past all the whining about resumes. If you clearly like just fighting lower tier guys repeatedly and you just like that's what you want, then yeah, we can call it out. But the reality is we complain too much about the growth and the development of these fighters. How are they gonna get built if we don't allow them to get the experience? We always talk about, man, he ain't fighting nobody. Dude be 3-0. The man been pro for 9 months, and you talking about he ain't fighting nobody. Like, bro, shut up. Just shut up and sit down and enjoy. They have to be built, developed, and groomed. Yes, all of them. And then you got some of those rare occasions that's going to come across. They're going to be very battle-tested. You know who's one of those people, but they get overlooked because you know for a fact, I know that these dudes wasn't watching them since the gate. Cool Boy Steph. It's people that remember, yeah, you remember the Nakatani, not the Inoue knockout or the Shockey loss, but you ain't going to remember how many O's he snatched before he ever took a loss. Dude been fighting undefeated fighters since he been about 3-0. No bullshit. Go look at the resume. Got one of the best resumes and one of the more battle-tested fighters in the game. It's fresh out the gate. He had no easy road. That's why when he lost, I'm like, man, I ain't tripping. Bro, you fighting all these undefeated at the under. Somebody can mess around and get you, and it was monster. It's all good. Shockey did what he did. Kudos to him. But, man, that man put in some real work before he got to that point, bro. And people don't get it. They don't because they don't watch this shit for real, man. Scooter been beating people up for a long time, man. Beating ass, too. So I hope he bounced back. I hope he, make the proper adjustments so he could, keep his weight in check and start beating these dudes' ass, man. I'm still rooting for that dude. Still rooting for him. Shout out to my dog, Blunt. You get me? They got to build these guys. We be mad as hell. He ain't fighting nobody. 5-0. He ain't fighting nobody. See, he talking like this, though. They got to promote themselves because we know the promoters, they going to promote them when it's time to fight. But it's up for them to keep their names in the public. And how do you do it? How they do it is up to them. I don't mind some call-outs. I don't mind some trash talking. I don't mind a little bit of back and forth as long as I know when you fight, you're going to beat ass. I don't care. I want to be entertained. I want to know who wants to fight. This shit is regular. This is pop, box, and go. Shit talking and ass beating. That's what I want to see. Remember Tiger on the USA men's team. You respect how they're built. You'll understand facts. You understand what I'm saying behind the hands? They don't get it, bro. They don't get it. And no key behind the hands. He been matched tougher than what people would acknowledge. Tiger Johnson. He been matched tougher than what people get credit for. I really believe that. I truly do. It's not the names per se, but they're experienced guys that he's fought that are scrappy. They ain't just giving them easy guy. A bunch of dudes who've been knocked out 20 times, 15 times. That's not what he doing. I ain't saying he fighting all killers, but go just dig into his resume. He fighting people that will test and push you, not just lay down. You heard what he said about dude opposition. Rohan, he feel like he's fighting guys that just lay down. And when you don't, your fights don't look as good as some of the other prospects coming up. And you add the fact that you probably killing yourself at the weight class and you should be up. Now you got a problem. Then as soon as you go up, you almost like you've seen a different fighter. It's not a different fighter. It's the better version of that fighter. Possibly the best version of that fighter because he's closer to where he need to be at. And that's what you see with Tiger. Let's keep rolling, man. I'm telling you, bro, everybody got to climb the ladder. Like, it's like, because guys talk a certain way, we feel like they got it. Nah, bro, let these dudes build, bro. Let these dudes build. Said Scooter Davis lost. Did he? Did he? He had a fight recently and lost? I didn't know that. Shout out to Mag 7. I didn't know that.
Well, let's get to this real quick because I'm looking right now at the rankings. I'm looking at the rankings. You number 11 in the IBF, and you number 8 in the WBO. IBF is Lewis Crocker. WBO is Devin Haney. Which way do you want to go in terms of your pathway to championship? Like how do you decide? Like, all right, this is the belt I'm gunning for, or this. Like, which way you want to go?
I mean, shit. I'm already my highest rank is WBO, so we about to just keep doing. You know what I'm saying? Just keep
like,
winning.
so whichever one, I'm the highest over here, so I'm going
Yeah,
over
I'm about
there.
to just keep the ball rolling. You feel me? And whichever opportunity presents itself, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna take it.
Nah, but did he lose? Oh, you was asking me. Nah. Okay, I was talking about Schoolboy stuff. I thought you were saying he lost. I was like, yeah, it did. Scooter been on a little tear, man. Derek Scooter Davis, I believe that's his whole name. But yeah, man, I like Scooter though. But nah, I'm talking about Cool Boy, one of the more battle tested guys in the game, and don't get enough respect because people only reduce you to your losses. But real quick, I like the fact that he's saying he in the WBO. That's where he's gonna try to stay at. You know, who got that WBO title. So hey, man, maybe he could work himself in position to get an opportunity. Who knows? But we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. Has Top Rank talked to you about your next date?
Yeah, we talk. You know, we got some shit cooking, man. So we gonna be announcing soon.
How soon, Tiger? We need to see you back in that ring, bro. I feel
No,
like
it's gonna be soon, man. It's gonna be soon. No, we got some shit cooking, man. So we gonna be making that announcement real soon.
All right, Fernandez says, give people what they want. You versus Polanco.
I said, let's do it.
Okay. All right, so let's
They act like it just be all up to the fighters. Give people what they want, and then them be the main first people to say that they're not paying for something when it's on pay-per-view. People get on my nerve, bro. We gotten to the point where I swear, like, we tell fighters how big they are, how much they rehydrated to, what weight class they supposed to fight in, how many fights in the weight class they supposed to take, when they got to move up, what fighter to fight next. Like, we really have lost our way. Like, we don't know how to be supporters. If we feel like we can't control every aspect of what these guys do, the support kind of, it's a little sus, right? Like, give us what we want. You're always saying that. Then you whole time you got dudes beating asses, selling out venues, less than 15 fights, cooking dudes, beating ass, dancing, knocking dudes out, and you still complaining. So it's like, bro, do what's best for you in your career, fighters. All of y'all do what's best for you in your career. Not what's best for a couple of naysayers online screaming about what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Damon. Yeah, man, that'd be a good one. I hope him and Dev could fight. I swear I want to see that fight just because of the situation alone. Shout out to Vince, man. What's good with it? Pooh the kid, my dog, was good with it, bro. How you feeling? Let's keep rolling, man. Let's keep rolling. Yeah, some people, real quick, Vince, some people said that was an older situation. That's why I changed my title around and all that stuff. I'm hearing that Tank is good, man. He's trying to make a comeback. So
that DHP situation is off limits. Relax, bro. Y'all too thirsty. Chill. Like, let's cook first. Let's understand what's going on. Y'all too thirsty.
Thirsty asses, messy asses. They want them to be messy.
Matt Borges said, would you consider fighting Jack Catterall in the UK, or maybe take on Arnold Barboza next? Is your next fight on Pro Box again?
No, it's not on Pro Box.
Hold on, what you think about that? Because he has Jack Catterall, but Arnold Barboza had a good fight, nigga. Come on, you gotta respect Barboza against Kenny Sims.
I mean, shit. Yeah, he did what he needed to do to win. But I'll fight either or. I'll fight Jack in the UK, or I'll fight Arnold next. It don't matter to me.
Which one would you prefer, though? You don't got no preference, either or?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I'd love to go to the UK. Go to the UK to fight. I mean, I think that'd be like pretty fun. But if I had to pick, I'd choose the UK.
Hold on, did Jack Catterall make you feel like, as a boxer, like, oh shit, okay, this guy, he on the radar? Like the performance he put on Kenny, he kind of shut Kenny out. Did that make you respect him more, or you still look at him the same way?
I got to go watch that fight again, yo. Barboza and Kenny, man. Damn, man. I really be rooting for Kenny. I still will, win, lose, or draw. I don't know why. I just like dude, man. I like it. I mean, he gonna get in there and fight. Win, lose, or draw. It is what it is. He just on to the next, man. Shout out to Kenny Sims, because this game ain't easy, especially after a loss or two. And he got about 3. You know what I'm saying? 4, one of them. And I know how people write you off, but just got to keep plugging away. Get what you can get out of this game, man. But thing I like about Kenny, he ain't scared of no smoke. He gonna get in there and fight. And he's not the biggest of punches and none of that stuff, but he's gonna get in there and mix it up. And you gotta respect that about him.
I mean, he a top fighter. He could fight. You know what I mean? He didn't. You know, he not no slouch or nothing like that. Of course, you know, I was rocking with my boy Kenny. You know, what I mean, at
He
the end of the day,
was.
but
Was he? Man, I wanted to talk to him, man. Like, yeah, right. Nah, ain't hell no. You know you talking to me, Blunt. Them be excused. They not Superman. Some because I thought he looked extremely soft, like he just wasn't able to kill it in gym. Like I just looking at it, I didn't feel like he had a crazy training camp. Get what I'm saying? Shout out to Kenny Boss, man. I rock with him, man. I understand shit gonna happen, but I just be wanting to know. But look, I'll watch that dude any day of the week, man. For the Catarolls and the contenders, now, yeah, he's still in prospect mode. I don't know, man. I don't know. I get what you're saying, Damon, but I'm not sure because I think he's a little more tested than what most might think. I think he'll beat Catterall. I think Tiger Johnson can beat Jack Catterall right now. I do. Yeah, you heard his knee in camp. Suck, man. Damn, you make me want to go watch that fight again. Yeah, Bill Haney don't control his fights for sure. Yeah, man, I think he could beat a guy like Catterall right now. I really do. Athletic, good fighter, man. Good, like he's smart, man. Good pedigree. I like Tiger. I think he could beat him.
yeah, man, shit. He did what he had to do.
I ain't gonna lie, that made him go up in my book though. That made him go because T.O. did what he did to him. T.O. shut him out, made it look easy, and then he shut Kenny out. But Kenny also didn't look how he usually looked though. But
yeah, I mean, my opinion, I don't think that was a normal Kenny, in my opinion.
I agree. Kenny looked off. If something, I don't know what it was, but he looked a little off than he usually looked. So let me ask you this, man. We saw your last post. It went everywhere. Got a lot of traction. Hit my timeline. You did a I'm back post. You had the Craig flannel on. I said, oh, this nigga got the Friday flannel. You was hitting the joint. They panned to the gauze and the tape. It said Craig on it. Obviously, everybody calling Devin Debo now. So you made it clear that you want that Devin Haney fight.
No, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, like after what happened, man, you know what I'm saying, niggas gotta see me, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, like plain and simple, like niggas gotta see me.
All right, so can you break it down? I don't think you even talked about this. What actually happened? Like everybody's seeing it went viral, right? Like everybody's seeing you get in the whole news, whatever.
That's them cutting out, not me. I believe that's them. Yeah, that's them.
Yo,
you hear me? We frozen?
Yeah, I ain't hear what you said. Say it again.
Damn, hold on. I was saying, what happened? Like we saw the aftermath, right? Like everyone saw you get jumped. The news went viral. It went everywhere. But what led up to that? Because it felt so random. Like we just like, what happened? What happened to you? Like, how did it even? What was the lead up? How did we lead up to that?
Pretty much like, you know, some shit was said to me.
Yeah, that's on their end.
I got stolen on, man. That's literally how it went.
It was that simple. Somebody said something and then it went like that.
Literally went just like that. Now, people that's painting these false narratives and trying to paint a picture like I'm a shit starter or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? That's literally how it went.
But what was said to you that was so crazy that you felt like you had to fight? Like I feel like it got to be something egregious if somebody just said something to you that made you feel like, all right,
some shit was said to me. It was, you know what I'm saying, some back and forth shit, and then I got stolen.
That's it.
Yeah, I know what I mean. Shit, I got stolen, and they jumped me.
Is it true that they were saying, and again, this is all rumors. I don't know nothing. I'm going by what the internet is saying. They said Devin's brother was the first person to say something to you. Is that true?
Well, at the time, I didn't know that was his brother, but you know, he said some shit to me. I said something back. Next thing you know, some other motherfucker stole on me, and they jumped me.
Was you trying to fight him? Like, all right, so Devin's little brother said something. Devin's little brother. Like he said something, you was trying to get at him?
Nah. I wasn't about to touch him, man.
Yeah. Because I just heard somebody say in the video, they said, oh, that's a little kid. That's all I heard. I can hear somebody. I don't know who said what. I don't know. You know what I mean?
You gotta remember too, it was real loud in there too. So like, you know what I mean? But when nobody about to do nothing to that little nigga, man.
Okay. Hold up. So all right, so put it like this, right? It escalates, niggas is jumping you. That's the first part of what happened.
Right.
At this point, do you know these people are Devin's people, or you don't even know who these people are?
No. I don't know who. No, I don't know them.
So it's just like these are random guys. Like these are just random guys at this point.
Yeah.
So all right, when did you know? Because there was a part in the video where Bill grabs you. It seemed like Bill was trying to de-escalate the situation. I see Bill grabbing you. That's what it looked like. It seemed like Bill was trying to grab you out of there. You saying no? What was that?
I mean, at the end of the day, man.
Right.
I feel like at the end of the day, if niggas wanted to fight, we could have just shot the fair ones at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I got stolen on, you feel me? So we could have just shot the fair ones and kept it moving, you feel me? Now this jumping shit, you know, it is what it is, man. I come from that, you feel me? Like that shit ain't about nothing, you feel me? But at the end of the day, niggas could have just shot the fair ones and kept it moving, you feel me? Like it was no need for niggas to jump me. You feel me?
Yeah, that shit was wild.
Yeah.
Saying that.
Hold up, so you don't feel like
I did not expect it to go like that, bro. And it's tough to see that because at that point it's no longer boxing energy, it's like street shit. And then that's when people get hurt because you got boxers in the mix, other people, anybody, and it'll always be a civilian or something that get hurt, a bystander or something. So that just was nasty situation, man. Hopefully that never happened again because that happened and they got into the scuffle with Norman Sr. That was wild. The carnival shit, like he started to build a track record, but I understand tempers flare, and ultimately, guess they was able to kind of calm the situation. But that was wild to see. I didn't see it going like that, bro. You stupid, Cal. You a fool. Let's keep going.
Bill was trying to separate it and make it cool. Like that's at least the first part. It was two videos. The first part, you ain't feel like that? Like, all right. Okay, Bill, everybody trying to separate it and shit is cool?
The first part, I mean, I don't know what he was trying to do, but I don't think he was trying to help me.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do, but I don't think he was trying to save me.
All right, so hold up. Well, what about the second part? Because, all right, it ends. It could, because at the end of the day, listen, this is MSG, right? Like, niggas don't want to be beefing and you probably gonna fight there again. He probably gonna. So it's like, nobody wants these type of issues in business. But then the first video ends. It could have just ended there. But then you see is another mayhem. It's like Bill in the corner. I don't know if it looked like you and Bill are in the corner. A bunch of people. I couldn't really tell. How did the second part happen?
Shit, them motherfuckers ran up on me and jumped me again.
Again? Nah, time out.
That's
not
crazy.
Again, not the second time. Nah, not the second time. Like, you had to do something. You had to do something because it was over. It was already over.
You said I did something?
It was over. How they just went up to you and jumped you again?
Man, my nigga. He jumped me again, man. I can't make it no clearer, bro.
Dang. So died down, then they did it again.
You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, a nigga stood 10 toes, though. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't about to run. I ain't gonna.
I give you respect. Like, you know what you could do. You threw hands against everybody and all of that. When you realized it was,
and I feel like at the end of the day, like, nigga, I was clearly by myself. You know what I mean? So I feel like that it just went down like that. You know what I mean? But they took advantage of that opportunity.
When you realized there was like just Team Haney, or I guess his entourage, because at the time everything happened, Devin was on the stage. Devin wasn't nowhere near the first initial altercation. When it happened and you realized Team Haney was, I guess, the people that was involved with it, what was you thinking? How did you feel?
Wait, say that again?
I said when it happened and you realized that it was like Team Haney that I guess was the guys that was jumping you. And when I say Team Haney, it looked like entourage, other people, security, because Devin was on the stage doing the zone. So it wasn't him, but I'm saying is when you realized that, I guess it was his people's, what was you thinking?
Like afterwards, like after I got jumped, shit, nigga, I was just pissed. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I was just salty. You feel me? Like I wasn't really, my mind is all over the place. You feel me? Like so, I just wanted to work. You feel me? You know what I mean? But if anything, nigga, I was just trying to regather everything and what I'm saying, get the fuck on type shit. You know what I mean? I just got jumped. You feel me? So at that point, my mind is all over the place. My head is spinning. Like I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I ain't really I didn't care who. I mean, I didn't really care to know who was who. You feel me? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just know I just got jumped. You know what I mean?
Hold on,
So
was you rumbling with Bill in the corner? Was that you in the corner?
you said was I rumbling with Bill?
Yeah, in the corner. It was one part where it was like Bill was in the corner and somebody looked under him, but I couldn't tell. Like it's hard to see. There's so much shit going on.
Yeah, I got jumped. I didn't fight Bill.
Oh, okay. So you didn't see none of them in the actual altercation, Bill or Devin. You didn't even see them in the altercation.
Man, look, the whole team was there, bro. The whole group was there. They jumped me. You know what I mean?
Right,
And
Mike.
at the end of the day, every last one of them got to see me one on one, man.
Okay. I mean, listen, if I got jumped out, I would feel upset too. I get it. Hold up. So what's the
Tiger said they all got to see me on the one-on, man. I ain't playing, man. All y'all got to see me. But at the end of the day, the fighter should never get jumped. Cooler heads should have prevailed. People shouldn't have been so quick to be on that type of timing. I get it, but at the same time, it's not worth it. Got to be smarter. Don't bring the streets to the business. That's how you mess up the business. That's how you mess up the bag. If you don't believe me, you can say what you want, but Devin Haney was supposed to be on the Inside the Ring show. They canceled that. He's supposed to commentate the fights. They didn't allow him to do that. You get what I'm saying? Because of this fight. So it was consequences to this. It wasn't all just good. You know what I'm saying? He ruined a couple of opportunities for himself. And call it what you want, but that's what you don't want to do on no level, right? Whether it is a commentating gig or somebody, you know what I mean, it's more exposure. They put you in front of people. You're able to talk, get your thoughts. You just don't want to ruin situations like that for something so small that could be avoided, and that's just not worth it. You at a way different level. Certain stuff is beneath you, right? Getting in trouble for silly stuff is beneath you. But I get it. You got to hold your people down, but you got to make sure your entourage that you're rolling with is on the same type of time as you, so they don't end up costing you money. Because in the long run, who you think going to get cost the money if something go wrong? It's going to be the most recognizable name. Who's the most recognizable name? Devin Haney. Then everybody going to drag and pile on, and it's just something that you don't need. The only way I want to see him and Tiger getting any type of scuffle is in the actual boxing ring. And that's for anybody. I'm not a fan of street fights and people beating each other up outside the ring. They ain't what we here for. So I understand tempers fly, shit happens, but hopefully they could, make necessary precautions to avoid that ever happening again. You know what I'm saying? I don't even think he had a chance to turn it down.
They said, Devin said online he had to go to jail. He said, I'm turning myself in. And then people was like, yo, they was saying Tiger pressed charges and all of that. Did that happen? Did charges get pressed?
No, I mean, man, I got a manager, bro. You know what I mean? So, nigga, when I left, shit went down. You feel me? Like I ain't had control of nothing. You feel me? So at the end of the day, if them niggas end up going to jail, I found out they went to jail. Like people was calling me saying that they went to jail. Like I'm like, shit.
Oh, so you didn't even know? You didn't even know about that?
No.
Okay, so you like.
And there you go. I mean, I know people were saying, he the cops, he pressed charges, he this, he that. Do you subject yourself to those type of outcomes when you do things like that? And I'm not a fan of it. I ain't never pressed charges on nobody. I'm glad to hear that he say he ain't know nothing about it, and that's true. They do it on their own. Like you know what I'm saying? He probably let his team handle that, did whatever they did, and it was an actual fight. Somebody did get jumped, so stuff like that happens. You know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, but we don't need nobody getting wrapped up in no legal situation when y'all get paid to fight. You get what I'm saying? And why it's a waste of time? You get paid to do this shit now. There ain't no more fighting in the street for free. You stupid. Say I got a manager. It's cold for we soon. I ain't do it, but we sue. I ain't doing it, but we sue.
Your manager, because that's a like I see what you're saying. Like the people that care about you and work with you in business was like, yo, well, I'm gonna press charges because this is what happened.
Yeah, like I said, I thought I was gonna see him again after the fight.
Okay. Well, all right. So how much did that situation put a battery for you, like energy for you to fight Devin? Are you like, now that happened, niggas jump me, I need that fight. Like I need that fight.
No, he the only person. He the only person I want to fight. You know what I mean? But I know there's, I gotta take one step at a time and climb the rankings and get there eventually. But man, niggas are scared of me, bro. Niggas don't want to see me for real.
Oh, you think Devin's scared of you? You think he's scared of you?
Niggas don't want to fight me, bro.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a good fight. You and Devin is a good fight, bro. That's a really good fight right there.
They're gonna try to manipulate everything, and you know how Bill go. You know what that nigga be doing, man. Trying to, he real good at talking and trying to manipulate shit, and I look past, man. I see through them niggas, man.
Are there any lawsuits coming behind this? Is it lawsuits, or is it just like, look, we can leave the past in the past and we just gonna move forward?
I just want to fight. I just want to fight. Like shit. Like I just want to fight. That's all. Like at the end of the day, niggas just see me in the ring.
Do you think you'll get the fight, or you got to get the belt first to get a fight? Or you think he'll give you a fight because of everything that just happened?
He not gonna just want to fight me. Of course, he gonna say we'll get a belt or do all this extra shit. But I mean, whatever I got to do to get the fight, I'm gonna get it done.
Okay, all right. Yo, let me ask you this, bro, because there was you and your coach, Prenice, I believe it's pronounced. I don't know if I'm mispronouncing his name. But I remember there was one fight that he was in your corner, and I say this respectfully to him. I don't know this gentleman. I never met the brother in real life. I respect everybody in the sport of boxing. I tweeted about it because I didn't like his instructions, and he responded to me. He ain't like what I said. He was mad, but I was just like, there was one fight you had, and I feel like he was telling so much instructions. He was like, yo, do this, do that, do this, do that. Like he was yelling at you, and there was a lot of shit. It was just too much for me, and I was like, I didn't like the way he communicates to the fighter. I didn't see him in your corner in the last fight. Are you still with that trainer, or did you move on?
No. He talking about
we had our differences and shit, and I had to move on, but it's still love, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But I just had to just move on and shit. But
you talking about Prentice Brewer, man. Yeah, I know, and it's crazy. I know the fight he was talking about. It's the last fight they had together, matter of fact. Whichever fight that was before Nicholas Flowers, I have to go back and look. But I remember that fight. He was going off in that corner. But I get it, though, why he was going off. Because it's like, and I know they might have seen butted heads there, but I know Tiger knows he's fully capable of doing everything Prentice Brewer was asking him to do. I know he knows he's capable of that. Because had he performed in that particular fight he just did in his last, that conversation in the corner never goes the way it did. So he was on Tiger ass. I do specifically remember him saying a lot, giving a lot of instruction, but he was mainly trying to spur and light a fire up under his guy and get him to like let his hands go a lot more, and he just wasn't doing it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what happened.
How do you know when it's time that you need a new trainer? Like, is it something like, all right, obviously things are getting too testy with me and this guy, or like, how do you know as a fighter, like, you know what, I need to explore another option?
No, it was more like, it was just like some deeper shit that went down, you know what I mean? But we had our differences but that's pretty much what happened and shit.
Okay. All right. Hold on, let me read some of these super chats before I want to just talk about your personal life, man, coming up in Ohio. The Nobody 92. You and Polanco are both the same weight and fight under the same promotion. Don't understand why your team doesn't want that fight for you.
Why they keep saying my team?
Yeah, I don't know.
You see how people keep doing that, bro?
Yeah, dumb as hell, because people don't be knowing boxing. Just shut up. damn, man, like it don't work like that. Why your team don't want that? How y'all know they don't want that? What makes y'all? What evidence do y'all got to suggest that they don't want the fight for him? Dumb people just be saying stuff. Shut up. So you think one guy wanted more than the other? And I guarantee you, bro, you ask this person to name 5 Rohan Polanco fights, he won't even be able to do it. I can guarantee you everything. Shout out to Big Dog Willie, man. My God, being a member for 2 years out this joint, man. So Ryan Garcia calling Core duck now. He is indeed trying to say he ain't going to force Core to fight after backtracking all that stuff he said. Big Dog, you know, typical line stuff. He exposed himself, man. I'm hearing about him and T.O. I don't know if that'll be next, but I am hearing something about it. But the dude probably had something already lined up. They knew they ain't want to go to no 140 or 44.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to Big Dog. Appreciate you, my guy. Let's keep. I'm gonna play a few more minutes of this job before we head out.
Putting it on you. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, bro, Najee. I can't win, bro. Literally, man. Like everybody just always got something negative to say about me, bro. Like, why everybody keep saying me and my team? Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's true. Nah, they do.
Like, it's always something negative, bro. People got to say about me, man. Like even after the Flash fight, people still had excuses.
Yeah,
the same people that had me losing still had excuses after I won.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
Those aren't real supporters, Tiger. They chumps with an opinion, man. Those are critics. They not here to support boxing. They here to have an opinion on boxing in a space where people don't have to hold each other accountable. So they just could yell anything like, dude, people will spend money to say ignorance. Why your team don't want to fight for you? And if you was to ask that guy to explain how is it that his team don't want to fight for him, and he gonna say some dumb shit. He ain't gonna say nothing of substance. It's gonna be some dumb made up shit. Damn, man, these people, these fights don't even be on the table for these guys, bro. And yet we be like, why you're not fighting him? Why you're not fighting him? That's because God's still building. That's why.
Tiger, you slept on, bro. You slept on, bro.
This shit is crazy, man. Like, what the fuck do I gotta do?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking who's the next fight, because we need to hype this shit up now so that we could.
Whoever, man. Whoever in the top 10, top 15, whoever. I don't know.
All right, hold up. It's one nigga right now that's under the same promotion company, Top Rank, and he is also in the top 10. His name is Brian Norman Jr. B. Norman Storm. Tiger, what's up? What we doing? Tiger Johnson.
He in the top 10, right? He in the top 10, right?
He in the top 10.
Let's do it then.
You want that?
Whoever in the top 10, I want to fight. I can't make it no clearer, man. Like I don't duck no smoke, man. I want anybody in the top 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's saying it. He's saying it. Look, he's ready to stop playing. People trying to say what he can't do. Yeah, in fact, I definitely respect the Flowers win. It was a great win for him, and I think it'll really show you like how many people interested now. People saying he don't want to fight, but I want to see who's gonna step up to the plate. Would love to see this dude back in the ring. I wonder who they're gonna put him in there with next. I have no clue, but he is saying what he wants. If he had it his way, anybody within the top 10. Go look in the top 10 at 47 too.
Do you feel like do you tell Top Rank this? Like, yo, give me this guy right here. He's on Top Rank. I want to fight him.
Yeah, niggas know what's up.
And what do they say to you though? Like, all right.
I mean, I ain't gonna. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I ain't gonna disclose no personal conversations, but niggas know what's up with me, man.
Basically, Tiger saying Top Rank, no, he ain't afraid or he's willing to fight anybody that makes sense. That's what it sounds like to me. And until I got any evidence saying that he turning down fights and contracts and shit or offers, I don't want to hear it. I mean, I like what he's doing. He only could fight who wants to fight him back and who they put in front of him or who's available. So I don't know what direction they're gonna go, but I hope they build off that Nicholas Flowers win and he don't be out the ring too long.
And Jared in Cleveland should happen. Yeah, that's a good fight. Everybody on one card. I would like to see that Cleveland card. That's fire.
Shout out to Cleveland, man.
Cleveland card. Ohio. Salute Toledo Trice. Salute. Angel, my boy Angel. Salute Tiger Johnson. Salute Cigar Talk. Y'all better stop sleeping on Tiger. Would like to see you versus Polanco. A lot of people mad Tiger gonna be stopping their favorite fighter soon. Okay,
I like
Angel.
him, man.
Yeah, Angel
That's
showing you
that's a
love.
good dude right there, man.
Yeah, see,
Salute
yeah,
Angel,
man.
man.
Some people
Angel.
gotta show
All
love.
right, why not
Everybody ain't
fighting
a hater.
Polanco next? All right, he answered that, Freddie. Salute, Freddie. He answered that one. What happened between you and Pernice Brewer? Oh, he answered that too, Toledo. Salute, though. Thank you for the super chat. Why are you not calling for Rohan? Everybody talking about Rohan in the chat.
Nigga, I just said I will fight the nigga.
I don't know why they be thinking these
And you
dudes
in
so
the
scared
WBO
of
Rohan
other
number
fighters.
7 and 8. He want to fight you both with top rank. Yo,
Like, nigga,
Xavier,
we can literally fight next. We can fight
okay,
next.
yeah.
Literally.
Let's end this because everybody they send us super chats to ask you about Rohan. If Rohan and them send you a contract, are you willing to sign that next? Like next we can
Let's do
it.
it. But no contract was never sent. So they paint a narrative trying to make it seem like I'm ducking or I didn't sign no contract that he never sent. You feel me? Like, come on now. Like, how they gonna send a contract?
What you mean? How they gonna send a contract?
Like we with the same promoter. You know what I mean? If anything, the promoter is send a contract.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that nigga ain't no world champion, nothing like that. Like, he ain't got no. You feel me? Like, nigga, no contract was sent to me.
Right. Okay.
What people don't realize is Rohan Polanco's team has to be interested in fighting Tiger Johnson and vice versa, and they get on the phone and from there. But fans don't realize that the fights that you be trying to line up for the fighters don't be on the radar right now, or like that's why I always say the list of priorities, they don't be high up there on the list. It'd be something like it's the option, right? Potentially, right? Maybe down the line, but it don't be something that they're trying to do right now while they still be developing these guys. And I get it. People don't care shit for development. You just want to see what you want to see. But that's why people continue to be confused as to why certain fights don't happen. But you got to really start looking at it. Look at the chessboard, look at the pieces, see where this shit fit in at. That's why you got people like L-Dub that break down rankings and make sense out of all this shit. And shout out to the plug, by the way. But people always ask the same question. Why this fight ain't happening? Why this one? Cause, man, look where guys at, man. Look what they be pursuing. Look what sanctioning bodies they be ranked in. And then you might have an idea of where they trying to go, right? But we just be throwing names out there. And just because they're two solid names and you seen good performance, you're like, oh, they should fight. But it got to make business sense for them right now. You get what I'm saying? And that's the part that people don't like to include. But that's why they so confused as to why fights don't happen.
Okay. Why would Dev fight you after you press charges and filed the lawsuit? How that eye doing? Steve-O, why are you trolling, bro?
Is that the same nigga that said Ray J?
Yeah. He said the Ray, yeah, it's the same the Ray J guy. Yeah.
Go ahead on, man.
They saying your team called someone on this side, spoke to people from your team at an event, and they made it seem like they're not interested at all.
He said what?
They saying your team, because someone on this side spoke to people from your team at an event, and they made it seem like they're not interested. Did someone from Rohan Polanco's team talk to your team?
Cat. They don't do no research, bro.
Nigga, that's cat, nigga. Fuck out of here.
All right, the nobody. Let's be real. Devin not gonna fight you. Devin looking to fight big names like Rollies or Ryan. Why not fight someone like Polanco? Who's your weight? All right, man. Come on, y'all gotta stop with Polanco, man. He's already answered. We answered Polanco mad times. Come on, y'all.
Yeah, he really like that's how see and these fans that this is a prime example. Shout out to Najee. It's a prime example of what I said. Fans they'll ask a question and won't even stick around for the answer. How many times are you gonna ask them about Polanco? And yo, I'm telling you, I wish it was a way to test this. I guarantee you, everybody that super chat Polanco, maybe one of them have actually watched his come up and know who he be fighting. Probably one of them. You get what I'm saying? I would never be in no chat advocating for a fighter that I haven't seen watched or only seen fight once. Like, I'm not doing that. Oh, he should fight this one. Like, but people say it and they spend money to say it, but they haven't seen these guys perform. They just see the number of knockouts or an undefeated record and some wins, and they be like, yeah, fight this guy. Like, you just seen that with Javier Herrera, man. Then he go in there and go to war with what's his name, Ricardo Nunez. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, it's really levels, and people don't understand that. But this Polanco question got to stop. I don't know why people feel like he won't fight.
But you know what it is though, Najee? Like, I just came like at the end of the day, bro. Like, people, you know what I'm saying? People going You know what I'm saying? People want to like, you know, try to shit on me or try to paint this narrative that I'm ducking or anything negative to say about me, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Nigga,
And that's the thing, yo. He don't even got a reason to be this negative towards Tiger. Like, what's people beef with him? You get what I'm saying? He ain't do shit. It's the dude that get jumped, but they talking to him crazy. Like, he just be running around starting trouble and don't be trying to fight. Just don't make sense, bro.
I'm here to fight, nigga. I don't duck no wreck. Niggas know where I come from. At the end of the day, nigga. Nigga, I'm here to fight. You feel me? And I'm here to prove that I'm the best. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, like, I know I'm the best at 147, man. You know what I'm saying? Until I get that belt, that opportunity, until I get that opportunity to show that I'm the best at 47, I don't give a fuck what nobody say, bro.
I like that energy. And I seen you know I was
Tiger in the contender
Vegas when you sparred that day, and you put the belt on that nigga that you sparred that day.
Man, niggas know what's up with me, man.
So shout out to Tiger, man. There's some more of that. Y'all go check it out if y'all haven't. This was a good sit down. He addressed some things, the Haney stuff that people been talking about a lot. So they gonna have to run him the fade. He ranked in the WBO. That's the title that Haney does got. So I will hope one day that they could line it up if they still in the weight class together. And it makes sense, obviously. It's a fight that will be entertaining out there. And the backstory is already there. I think it'll sell itself, man. The Haney's versus Tiger Johnson is something that people will want to see, bro. And I think I pay my money for it, you know. But real quick before we get out of here, let's roll through a couple of clips. This was one from Andy Cruz.
He's had a long-standing feud with Keyshawn Davis.
No, realmente mi hijo no quiere saber de mí y lo estoy dejando que disfrute ya su carrera por su lado. Él siempre ha hablado de mí, pero siempre va a tener excusas para no pelear conmigo.
He spoke in Spanish, of course, you know what I'm saying? But I don't agree with what he's saying. I think what he's saying don't make no sense at all. He's saying your son don't want nothing to do with you. He always talk about you, but then make excuses not to fight you. That's not true. If you had to tell him what's the excuses that he make, a lot of times if you ask people them questions and put them on the spot, you will find out that they just repeating shit that other people say. The fact of the matter is he's never been offered an opportunity to fight Andy Cruz. He can't make Eddie Hearn offer up Andy Cruz. He just lost to Muay Thai. You think he trying to put him in there with Keyshawn Davis next? A lot of sense that would make. Come on, man. People got to make it make sense. He spent every interview talking about Keyshawn. And just like most people, they don't call him out for not keeping the same energy. He do all this talking about my son, my son. Hey, look, man, if I'm going to be in every interview talking about a dude and how he don't want to fight me and I want to fight him and he my son and my son, when I see him, I'm going to have the same, you my son, let's fight type energy, right? But he didn't do that. When he seen Keyshawn and Shakur, he wanted to dap him up and be peaceful. Now, I ain't saying fight outside the ring, but he ain't say nothing about fighting him. If you really want that, then you say it to him. You don't keep saying it in the media. They try to build your career off amateur wins. And then I knew it was going to catch up to you. Then you get beat by Muay Thai. It's not a disappointment. You fought your ass off. That was a close fight, competitive fight, but you lost, right? You didn't get your hand raised. And you're still clout chasing on Keyshawn, calling him your son. Your son won a world title. His opportunity, first opportunity, he won. You lost. You get what I'm saying? You got a world title about half the fights he did. So you lost. Now you back at the drawing board still talking about Keyshawn. I like Andy Cruz. I just wish they'd use something else, a different tactic to promote him. The Keyshawn angle was played out. He not your son. And I don't know. I mean, I already had him beating you as a pro, but definitely after seeing how he beat by Muay Thai beat you, I definitely think Keyshawn beat you because you still trying to adjust as a pro. That's just my honest opinion. I think he's very skillful, very talented. He got a lot of experience, got all that in the amateurs with the 2 gold medals. But I do feel like Keyshawn's just a better, more efficient pro than him. And I think he'll beat him. You know what I'm saying? I think he will. I don't think Andy Cruz looks small for 135. And them fights going to get tough. You fighting the quality 135ers, none of those fights are going to be easy for that dude. And he's not what he tries to fight like. Get what I'm saying? He's tweaking his style for something he doesn't naturally do. And I think that could catch up to him in the long run too. Shout out to my brother Mike Kirkland, man. Appreciate the love. Again, always in the super chat for the Tiger clip. Like his energy to want to fight. Yeah, man. He just want to fight. But you see Mike Kirkland study in the chat like, oh, you don't want to fight Rohan. You don't want to fight Rohan. How many times y'all going to say that? Like it's all up to him. not up to him. Like, it ain't, you know what I mean? Rohan might not even be an option for him. Appreciate you, Mike. At least Rohan not being one right now. All right, you know what I mean? They just probably not even a fight they talking about. Fans are, because we junkies. We want to see everything. And would it be a good fight right now? I think it would. I lean towards Tiger, but I like Rohan. But hopefully we can see these fights. But these dudes got to continue to be built, develop, and mature, man. And I think only then is when you're going to see some of these particular matchups happen. Other than that, just going to keep asking yourself, why this ain't happening? Why that ain't happening? What it takes right now. Yeah, I like this game too. I think he might be better suited at 130-12. They spoke about possibly going back down there, maybe, or going down there. Maybe he should. Maybe he should consider it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he should consider it. But whole time he calling Keyshawn Davis, who was the WBO champion, while pursuing the IBF. Do y'all see what I'm saying? But people say clout chasing when it's Keyshawn, and he get criticized for not wanting to fight Andy or not having energy for Andy. Once I seen that interview where he walked up to Eddie Hearn and asked him about making the fight and told him, like, when we going to make the fight? Eddie Hearn was just basically agreeing to everything. And then you see it die down. And then you see which sanctioning body he's highly ranked in, obviously. And that's the one he pursuing, which is the IBF. That's the route they was going. He was never on the path towards Keyshawn. Eddie Hearn wasn't doing that. He wasn't. Like, they could lie and tell you what they want. Not one fight that he have is moving him closer to Keyshawn. It wasn't moving with him in mind. Maybe down the line, you got to listen to Eddie when he talk. That's not something they be trying to do right now, because you know that's not going to be no easy fight. He could very well lose it. It's not the same, man. The amateurs and the pros is not the same shit. If the amateurs was the same as the pros, then Andy probably beats Muay. You get what I'm saying? That damn point system. I'm telling you, dudes be out here getting cooked. Still transitioning as a pro. And that's why he lost, man. Yeah, he's mad different because he's still trying to adjust. 12. That's what I think, to being a professional. You know what I'm saying? And you seeing him struggle. And I don't even want to say struggle. It's you seeing the challenges that he's facing, right? Turning your punches all over. Are you a 12-round fighter? Are you a 4-round fighter, 3-round fighter? How they say them amateur. Like, this not the amateurs. And Robert Garcia kept saying that. And you seen the first half of the fight and the second half of the fight. You seen the difference. You seen enough of a difference to know what Robert Garcia was talking about. But nonetheless, man, Muay could be a fight for Shakur, I'm hearing. I hope so. I think Raymond will fight. I think Robert will take the fight, and I know Shakur will take it. I hope that's what he do next. I'm here for it. Ryan Garcia got exposed for not ever wanting to fight. We knew what was up. I hear about him fighting T.O. I doubt that'd be his first fight at 47, but we're going to see. You know what I mean? It's bigger fights for Ryan if he can keep his nose clean and his act together, right? Xander Zayas started camp. It's looking like his boots. Boots posted Denzel photo. It's cryptic, but I'll take it. You know, maybe that's the fight that's coming up. Hopefully get an announcement, and hope to see Tiger back in the ring sooner than later, man, because I think he's a real one. I hope they keep him active and keep that momentum flowing from his last big win. But lastly, I'll play this clip. Shout out to Ammo Williams, who took a tough loss over this weekend. Look, he game as they come. He didn't quit. He was outskilled, outclassed, but he never quit. He did hurt Adames once or twice possibly in this fight, but he got his ass handed to him.
You see Daddy? I say I love you. I love you. Say I love you. Yeah.
And man, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about, being able to make it back to your family in one piece. He was able to do that. He took some punishment. Like I said, he got dropped early in the fight. I believe it was like the second round. He rebounded pretty solidly and kept fighting, man. He's tough. He was game. He took a lot of clean shots in there, but he was giving some just as good as he was taking in some instances. But overall, I just think Carlos Adames, the experience, the skill set proved to be a bit too much for Ammo. And, you know, he took the loss. But I'll support him. I watch him any day of the week because he's a genuine fighter, man. He hungry. He left it all in there. He couldn't have did no more than what he did. If he could have did more, he's one of those fighters where, you know, if he could have did more, he would have done it. And I just can't knock a guy for not being better than the dude across from you. It's none you. All you can do is train, try your best to prepare, and go out there and fight. If a guy got your number, just a better fighter, what could you do? I've seen a lot of dudes in ammo position quit, shell up, and just be defeated, not not come out on the stool, all types of stuff. He had no quit in him. I know he knew he was losing, mouth bleeding, face swelling up, but he just kept, he kept punching. You know what I'm saying? And I just got a deep respect for that. So he had no quit in him. He just was outclassed. And sometimes there's nothing you can do about that, but just continue to try to fight and see if you can, maybe land that shot. He tried. He did land some shots. Like he hurt Adames, like I said, once or twice, but just ultimately wasn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Word on the street is Jesse Hart got you. Yeah, that better not. That's crazy. That wouldn't be that. That can't be that because I think somebody put the weird stuff on his panel, bro. That is crazy. I think him and Jesse Rock, then he trained Jesse. That don't make sense. I think that was some random stuff. That happened to me before, too, like twice in the same stream. I just hurried up and deleted it. Oh, you said you playing? I'm about to say it better not be. It's crazy, but yeah, man. We're gonna see, man. But that was a tough loss for Ammo. But he'll be back. He tough. He game. He a warrior. I'm pretty sure he ain't gonna quit. He gonna find that motivation again and get back in there. As for Carlos Adames, hopefully he gets a bigger fight, a better fight. I don't know, and/or unification, whatever. I like Carlos Adames, man. Good fighter. Just need to see these dudes a lot more active, man. Yeah, I got Key B and Andy. Andy's still transitioning as a pro, and as long as he's still in that transition phase, I don't got him beating Keyshawn. I think Keyshawn's 12 rounds will be more efficient and effective than Andy's. I think Andy is real effective for 4 to 6 rounds, but I noticed a drop-off for whatever reason, and I'll say this, what Andy Cruz is attempting to do for us, his style being tweaked, Keyshawn does that stuff naturally. He didn't have to be like coached and tweaked into doing it. He's a natural born, I'm going to go get you, I'll break you down type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Andy's trying his best to be that kind of fighter, and I think it's a struggle for him. You know what I mean? Yeah, he been winning, and he only lost the one fight, but I think it's more than what meets the eye. He continue to fight dudes on the level of Raymond Mortai. Y'all gonna see what I'm saying. And I think he could be a little undersized for 35. Could be. Seeing like Ammo ran out of bullets. Yeah, man, Mr. Impride, he ain't had nothing left. He beat him 4 times. He beat him 4 times in the amateurs, but those are amateur wins. Didn't Ugas beat Bud once or twice in the amateurs? Would you ever pick Ugas to beat Bud in the fight? It's a lot of guys that beat dudes in the amateurs, but that point system is just not the same, man. And if it was, then Andy Cruz would have beat Mortai. Now you can't just score a point. You got to try to attempt to hurt. And he got to go a little bit out. He got to go out of his comfort zone, his natural comfort zone, to me, to be that more entertaining pressure guy, or be the more front foot guy, should I say. And I think the fights will continue to be tough if he fighting dudes around his skill level. I'm telling you. Are accomplished guys, solid dudes, good fighters. Fight's gonna be hard for him at 35. They're not gonna get easier. So yeah, he got the wins as an amateur, but I'm just not sold by that because it's a point system. He outpointed him. Think about it. We talking about 3-round fights. Think about that. We talking about 3-round fights, not 12, 3-round fights. Andy Cruz got Keyshawn by a few years. He got 2 gold medals. They call him a professional amateur. My guy called him a professional amateur. And I don't know, not to him, but he spent so much time as an amateur that I think it might hurt him, and he might not make it as far as he could have in the pros, similar to Lomachenko, but not exactly the same because Loma was on the tear when he came in. So, but you see how he retired earlier than what some people anticipated, and that's because he turned pro at like 26. Andy, turned pro at what was he, 28? Damn near. So, I like him, but I got Keyshawn winning as a professional. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see, man. We're going to keep giving boxing its just due. Shout out to the chat, fam. Appreciate everybody rocking out. Hit the like button, sub to the channel on the way out. Share the live, hype the live. We're going to be back tomorrow to build some more on this good boxing, man. So y'all make sure y'all enjoy this good Monday. I'm going to see everybody tomorrow, 4 p.m. Peace to the...
Representing Brick City, Shakur! Finding those levels, too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
He's probably the most unbiased channel on YouTube. Right now, we're gonna give him his just due. Shout out to my brother Just Due.